Good evening, everyone. I'm Tommeltech, and this is Link to the Past Randomizer Crosskeys. We've got Game 1 between Relkin and Alaszun tonight, and we have Toffile and Zafikel on the calming for you. We've got Made Walk Hard. I'm sure I pronounced that middle word wrong, but that's all right. I'll get it eventually. And Ekir for tracking. Of course, Ekir is a staple of the tracking community on Crosskeys. So, no surprise there. And I'm going to give you to them.
Welcome everybody. This is our second semifinal in the 2023 Crosskeys tournament. Quarterfinals were just completed yesterday, and they opted to kind of just rush into the semifinals. The winner of the series is going to go on to face Wall Kicks in the finals. How are you doing tonight, Zaf?
I'm excited. I mean, Wally is sitting there happily waiting at the end of the tunnel, whereas we've been kind of like crawling on the other side of the bracket.
I think Wally was hoping for a 2-week vacation.
Yeah, because there's this other thing going on right now called League. And it's really a terrible week to be watching games.
So anyways, Zaf, let's talk a bit about the flag set that we're going to be playing tonight. So first of all, the Ganon's Tower Big Key is going to be on pedestal.
No.
We're going to have to go beat
Toffile.
all of our dungeons. No. Seriously, that's League. The League settings this week is almost all dungeons key sanity.
Yeah.
But Crosskeys tonight, we have Crossworld Entrance Shuffle. For those of us who haven't been here and are tuning in because it's late on a weeknight, we've been doing most of the Crosskeys restreams on the weekend. But it's a Crossworld Entrance Shuffle, which means you can get to the Dark World through the Light World just by taking the connector. And you can we also have full dungeon item shuffle on. And that makes for a very entertaining seed because no two seeds are very much like each other. But
yeah, and if you've never seen a Crosskeys race, or if you're even coming in, Randomizer, of course, we're gonna give you the GDQ like quick and dirty, where like you take every item in the game, you apply some logic to them, you just put items back in chests, that's fine. You just put items back in chests, that's fine. Crosskeys, like Toffile said, do that with entrances. So, Eastern Palace Dark World, Palace of Darkness Light World. It's beautiful. It's fun. It's fine. It's just a nice Sudoku with all the other things just all wrapped up nice and pretty. So
what Zafikel is saying is that in order to get to the Dark World, we have to go find Spiral Cave over at Ice Red Cave area. And have to use that to get the bumper ledge for about the first 6 or 7 times we get to the Dark World because our hammer and gloves are just in horrible spots.
To take that and apply that with not so much malice, the last few games from some of these runners have been very fast. We saw, I think, a 140 from Alaszun. I think all three, I think it was in both the games against Top Life, by the way. So actually, we'll take a step back. We'll kind of go through the path that the runners had to get here. So Alaszun got a 2-0 against Zen Arcane, which was Zen top 16. I think made it in through the play-in race. They matched up week 1, 2-0 there, and then Alaszun had to play the winner of Erior and Top Life, with Top Life coming out on top. And again, Alaszun had crazy games there coming out, and now we are here in the semifinals. Relkin had a pretty daunting task of having Lin, previous champion, as well as Ramond on the other side of that bracket. So, at this point, these runners kind of are dealing with really good play. They're seasoned.
Yeah. And I believe Alaszun and Relkin were both playing race winners. Alaszun, I believe, was almost... I can't remember if he won the playing race or... he was definitely very, very high up there. Relkin was a little bit towards the middle of the pack for that. But, that was a playing race that knocked out ZeldaSpeedRuns, who could be a champion of this mode any I think ZeldaSpeedRuns is one of the people who you'd go and say, yeah, he probably was going to win this tournament. And he got knocked out before the brackets even started. So...
poor Zelda.
Yeah. we're being informed in chat by Mr. Finalist Walkix that Alaszun was third. So,
Yeah, I mean,
we're sorry for the bit of a delay. We're having a bit of a Relkin. Relkin's coming in a little late just due to work, but we'll be getting going pretty quickly. So.
yeah, everyone get cozy, get comfy. Depending on how kind Sahabot is, we might get another quick jet seed, which honestly in Crosskeys, like, I don't really think a runner ever really gets that, because you kind of get all the items really quickly and you're like, did I miss something? Like, is someone gonna beat me in the jet? Like, you almost kind of want a little bit of complexity, and like,
oh yeah,
it admittedly, yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say, actually, it was kind of funny to kind of compare Relkin's game against Ramon yesterday. Had a Moon Pearl in Sanctuary, for example. The two Moon Pearls that Alaszun had against Top Life were complete and utter garbage. Yeah. The first one was on Zora with very little money. Volta, very heads-up play by Alaszun in order to go find the arrow game and play the arrow game several times in order to get the money. Meanwhile, Top Life was just trying to find the 50 rupee cave somewhere. And it just some utterly trash Moon Pearl allegations, but Relkin had it pretty easy.
Yeah, and at this point too, this is the semifinals, right? Like, these runners have seen a lot. They played a lot of Crosskeys. They are kind of prepared for anything. I don't suspect that we're going to get anything that's really going to trip these runners up as well. And if I'm Alaszun, so sorry, go ahead.
So what you're saying is you're hoping that the very first thing Alaszun does is he opens up the chest and links Alaszun finds flippers.
No, I want Alaszun. Alaszun. Well, if that happens, I know exactly what's going to happen there. That's a reset, restart, delete save file. I mean, if I'm Alaszun, I want mirror, but I want a little bit of complexity. And again, like, Relkin is very good as well. He's like very all around. So like, either way, I don't really think there's a scenario where one player has an edge over the other. They've both been playing extremely well. So
I would totally agree with that. But to kind of get into like the starting routes, Alaszun is very much like a firm houlihan opener, and I'm making the joke about flippers because flippers is literally the one item pull he can grab that completely destroys his opening. Because he can't actually do the houlihan that he will want to do, because he won't be able to reset out of the water to actually trigger the houlihan room from spawning. Relkin, on the other hand, isn't really so much a houlihan starter, but I've seen him do more sanctuary starts, and then he'll kind of try to vary his route out depending on where he'll go, where he spawns. And I know if he likes to spawn in like sanctuary, he will actually go do houlihan immediately. Which is power to him. That's a fair route, but you're also isolating the witch's hut.
I mean, this can be one of those things too, where depending, and we're also at a point, and I don't really know that Relkin may do this, right? But you could see, we're deep enough in the tournament, like what your opponent is like likely to do, right? Like, it's very clear there's certain class of runners where like, okay, I'm gonna I'm a Lynx house starter, I'm gonna houlihan like Relkin could meta against that and say, I'm gonna do this as well, right? Like, that way you don't necessarily want to divert too much from maybe what's comfy and standard for you. But that being said, like, getting resources is always nice, like checking something that could potentially be mean to you, or the worry in the back of the mind, right? So I'm fully, I'm not expecting a massive divergence, but that's something that you could see, right? Because it's not as though that Alaszun is going to diverge from his standard routes, and everything else there. So
I'm reminded Walkix, who when he was racing Schultzer in the other semifinal, and when he won, actually. Sorry, one of the other quarterfinals. It's been a while. Schultzer, who was our champion in 2022, Wall-kicks also is very much a Houlihan starter, but also was specifically saying, like, I altered my opening of the seed to do Sanctuary start just because I wanted to match Schultzer. And so, I don't know to what you're saying if either runner will do it. I don't think Alaszun will.
I don't believe Alaszun will for a second. Maybe relkin might, but we actually have, I know, so sorry for everyone who's watching, relkin was just getting in from his day, getting set up. We finally have a stream over there. And so we should be getting started soon.
Yeah. So.
And to Telthar's point too, it's like change your opening feels weird. It's definitely like I don't disagree with like, and I certainly am not sitting in the round of 16 in the Crosskeys tourney. Like, I'm not about to try and think about the metagaming of really good players at this point. Like, it could happen, it might not, right? Like these players again, like they at this point too, it's gotten you this far. Why change something up as well?
Yeah. All right, so I think relkin's about ready to get going. Looks like we're kind of using the two usual sprites tonight. Relkin has Odyssey Super Mario, and Alaszun's got Kaguya from Kaguya-sama Love is War. You know, it's a good time to let you know that a certain panda updated his emotes for Halloween.
I see this. It pleases me.
Okay, we're down to the final countdown, everyone, and we'll be getting going in about 5 seconds.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Last countdown of the first game of the semifinals. We've all been waiting, bated breath. But yeah.
Yeah. And going with saying, I don't think there's the best opening Crosskeys. I think that's fair. I think, like anything randomizer specific, like a lot of what you're going to have to do is just to figure out what feels comfy for you, go with it, and.
Oh, for sure. I admittedly am doing the thing where I open my mouth and put my foot into it. So.
Yeah, but I also will say, like, anything is context specific on randomizer. Like, I don't like looping around Palace of Darkness multiple times. That being said, if Palace of Darkness is in a really horrible spot and I only have 2 keys, I might just do that just so I don't have to do it again. That being said, relkin started at Link's House, grabbed the item, and then immediately saved and quit the sync.
Ooh, baby.
And we got sync at Kakariko today, so that's going to be a pretty easy clear. Relkin yesterday took a very long time to get to Kakariko, but he had a moon pearl and a mirror for a while, so it made sense.
Ooh, you love to see, by the way, just that. Not so sure I like that as much. Getting the bomb early, so that's the old man. Save and quit. Like, hitting the pickle, getting 2 bombs. Oh, baby.
Yeah.
You
feel really nice about getting a bomb before you even touch your first drop down, just in case this is the well.
Yeah.
And you don't have to feel bad about an item. Looks like it's the old man. The Lost Woods thief over there.
Yeah.
So.
While library today has shifted a couple screens up and just has a heart container, so delete that.
Yeah, now relkin manages to get the bomb for the southern house down here in Kek. I kind of expect Alaszun at this point. He'll probably go check the lake and then probably head up to the castle if he doesn't find some sort of weaponry.
Yeah, I mean, go ahead.
The tavern swapped, moved over one screen to the left.
Yeah, relkin with a tiny bit of luck. I think this is sort of standard, right? Like he's going to, and this is the thing about like this sort of opening is, for him, it's very flexible. I can go to like Hylia, I can check this, save and quit. If Sank's in a bad spot, then, you can always do, go to castle, do anything. But I mean, again, both winners are nice. And the nice thing too about this sync spot, oh baby, Eastern Palace. The great thing about where the sync is located, sort of in the middle of CAC, is that like it lets you be flexible. You can kind of cut your route at any point, check things, come back for things. So it's just a really nice sort of location. Big key on Lake Hylia Island, so these runners will be thinking about that this entire time. And yeah. So again, oh, rocking the one bomb. Let's go.
Sitting down. I think, was that a race game or the archery game?
I will be completely honest with you. That's when I was looking at the big key. We're about to find him walking out of here, so we'll find out. You gotta the one. See, Telethar, I'm with you. I rarely get these bombs, so.
Oh, we know we're gonna go take a look.
Yeah. No, I mean, I think you. And this is kind of the nice thing is like maybe you were thinking about peeking. Some players peek, some players don't. But this is a nice spot to either you end your route there or vice versa. So
yeah,
get map chest.
Found the Hyrule Castle connector in CAC as well. So yeah. This is going to be a nice CAC. This is a nice saving point. We've got a couple connectors leading out of CAC already. I wonder if Alaszun with his bombs will opt to try to push a little bit more north towards Lost Woods and check up to Lumberjack. Probably not go all the way out to Sanctuary unless he finds a glove. But he could also cut the road.
And that's exactly your point. Is like I think that this is almost normal standard, right? Like he's gonna go this way, see if he can find the glove, see if he can find a shop, right? Like just in case of that way you're not leaving these entrances elsewhere, right? Like perhaps since we've already seen some of the drop downs, then maybe we'll do castle with our one bomb. No, he's actually gonna have 0 bombs, because of the Saginas cave coming up. So
yeah, interesting. Relkin opted to so he's gonna go push Eastern.
Okay.
This is fair. Like right now, this is 3 in logic items. I feel like there's definitely like for me, like I might not have dipped this initially just because it's like right next to Stam and Quit. Alaszun's just charging right in. But
team always dip Eastern.
Yeah,
I mean this makes sense too, right? Like you don't have much, like you said, they're 3 in logic checks. Depending on if they get anything else, they might push for the big key chest.
Yeah, I was actually really surprised that Relkin opted like to go push into Desert before, and not like commit to checking a connector out of Desert when he walked all the way out to the torch. I mean, of course, for all we know, we'll find like boots in here, and this will all be for naught. Yeah, the MSU is shuffling on Alaszun. Couldn't exactly tell you what exactly he's got in there. I know it's some Final Fantasy, Chrono Cross, Chrono Trigger. Probably some other stuff.
To that point too, I think it's an interesting play. The alternative, of course, is walking out of a desert connector. With Eastern right healer after save and quit, it's a little bit shocking, but again, like 3 very quick items. You can kind of come back to whenever, but also you want to wait. So it's fine. Like we're gonna get some stuff here. Relkin definitely saying, okay, I'm gonna go for this Eastern big key chest. Like these runners can do this in the dark, blind for the most part.
Yeah.
So.
Interestingly, so far, the last of our in logic checks here was just the book. The rest of this part of Desert Palace, Eastern Palace, sorry. Of course, requires a lamp. In Crosskeys, while you can use a fire rod, in some place you can't actually use the fire rod, but like this would just be a lamp. Period. There are no torches in this room you can light. Yeah, my only other problem with kind of doing this is right now is you're on 3 hearts, and Alaszun's probably going to have to kill some of the enemies in the other room, or at least grab the 2 hearts.
Well, and that's fine too if you need to, right? Like the thing is, if you need to kill stuff, you do it, leave the room, pause, respawn, and come back. It's a little bit slower, but it's certainly safer, and I think that that's probably what he's going to end up doing.
All right, so Relkin, Alaszun is going to use. Oh. All right, so we have Misery Meyer sitting at Light World Hype Cave.
All right,
I think Alaszun is, yeah, see. Alaszun's trying to do a deboost, but he can't get an enemy in a good enough spot. And he can't use bombs.
Well, you can just leave the room and come back for the pots, right? So
yeah. Unfortunately, that was just... I don't think he's not going to go back in that for that. No. He may go back in there eventually. It won't actually hurt him if he just puts it off forever. That was just a skull with small key. But
yep, that's dead forever. That's fine. And he'll probably take these connectors for desert and everything else. So
yeah. Like I don't mind the Eastern Div. I just 3 hearts is always a big feat for that for me.
And I think you probably could have done it with 2. I know kind of going into this race, thing is a little bit nervy, and so that happened. Yeah. But yeah, you can definitely do it on 2. And the worst part too is if you find yourself in a bad situation with that room, you literally can leave it and come back and the pots respawn the enemies. Still, it takes a little bit longer, but it's fun.
Alaszun will be like, oh, this Desert Palace. I'll just go quickly pop down. Yep.
Yeah, he's going to check. Yeah, at this point, like you said, he'll check peek the item, come back in, and then probably go torch and waddle left and see where that takes you. So
yeah. Kind of the expected route for whenever you come through a Desert Palace. From the first time you find it, and you're not even coming in from the left. You usually just end left because
And honestly, kind of given everything with Relkin having to take some time and die out of here too, it sucked what happened with Alaszun, all things considered. Still no new information. Relkin actually will be going up the castle though, kind of delaying the Hylia Island shops and everything else. So get to see what's here.
So far, we've only seen one drop down. It looks like our tier 2.
We have today for us.
Big Gate of Skullwoods. So far we've got a fetch quest and nothing.
Yeah.
Fetch quest, essentially.
Fetch quest. And every once in a while you're happy to find a fairy fountain. Oh, you have no idea. Tracy, this is I've definitely you get to find the potion shop as well.
Yeah.
Every early game Crosskeys, I'm opening these entrances going, please have some help.
That is the upstairs old man, it looks like. The old man rescue cave has been all today. Alaszun is rapidly flicking through quick swap right now to kind of tell whenever he gets to the edge transition of the room. He's a little stop.
The kindest shield on Bottle Bender. Thank you, Rut, for letting me delete that.
Yeah. Thankfully, Alaszun has the old man, which means as long as he goes and just brings him out with him, even if he were to die, he respawns at the old man until he saves him. First bottle at Uncle.
Oh, nice. That's always good. And the one thing here, too, is this is definitely just to get this done. We kind of know, of course, where the old man statement quit is. But obviously, you don't want to die here, all things considered. Because this was a sort of lengthy traversal to get back to. And the one nice thing, thank you for the bombs. The one nice thing here too is that we already saw the bottom of Super Bunny, which I'm pretty sure that Alaszun is going to take to get off the mountain, leaving the dark entrances for later.
Yeah. Oh boy, here we go.
Laser skips.
We heard laser skips.
I mean, again, this is the semifinals of the Crosskeys tourney. These are just smooth.
Yeah. Yeah. Is he going to do the cool bomb jump? He did the cool bomb jump. Thankfully, there's a hardened up pod underneath in the next room above. So he'll be pretty good. And then he'll actually have a full magic under below him. So
# cool bomb jumps. Oh, my favorite connector. Fairy Ascension, and the worst part of it too.
Yeah.
Oh, it's come back that way too late.
Oh no! Well, okay. That's actually really interesting. So that's Agate Tower, and Alaszun just pulled our first Agate Tower key.
Yeah, as a reminder, we are rapidly closing in on to positions where Pig can be. We have Oh, ooh, oh, oh, baby.
Alaszun.
Alaszun just made a happy sound over there. It's a very nicely placed mirror. And to be fair, okay, so like, happiness, anticipation aside, depending on the connectors. Speaking of, that's a really nice flute, which Alaszun will probably see here in a little bit. Not that long with all the mirror stuff. Depending on the bunny walking situation, you spot that if you end up in the dark world and you suddenly go, oh wait, I need to find my connectors, right? Like, and this is currently one deep, really, because now with the flute, Relkin's going to get up to the mountains. This is probably not all that long, all things considered, right? Because
We'll see. Yeah, that's true. He'll probably end up going through Super Bunny because it's 2 free items.
Well, and also too, where like you have a flute, like you have really nice traversal for the rest of the world. The first thing you tend to do as a Crosskeys player is get up to the mountain because it's what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 entrances, if not more. Nice bomb refill, by the way. We know where the old man save and quit is, but that's always a nice extra thing because we still don't know where old man's back that takes us. Right, like it's not as though it will take Relkin a while to get to this.
Yeah. All right, let's see what our lumberjack drop down is today. Oh, good. Guess what? We already have 50% of what we need.
33%. We still have to find the boots as well.
True. Okay. And I guess a sword.
And yes.
but in terms of keys, we're already 50% of the way there, and Agate Tower is literally just like right outside.
Yep.
Alaszun has a pod. Okay, yeah. It'll be interesting to see if Alassun's going to mimic clip here. He tried to do this in his race on Saturday, and didn't have a lot of luck.
I think from a little bit of insider knowledge, he may pass on doing the mimic clip today.
Yeah. Actually, interesting. Yeah, I was going to say, Relkin, you picked up blue potion. This is going to be a horrible use of blue potion on 3 hearts. But
you know what? You get it done. It's not the worst pod to get back to either. So, hopefully this is obviously it's not exactly a great pod to get back to, but there are worse spots.
Yeah. Okay, Hyrule Castle small key, that's somewhat interesting. It means that opens up the possibility that our hammer could well, that's also locked by a bow, but that means that our hammer could theoretically be sitting up there in the sewers, but I doubt it.
Yeah. Alaszun seeing that flute and going, was really hoping for a lot more kind of gross with potentially the connector. Obviously he doesn't know what's going on, right? Like he's kind of watching this race back. He's like, oh no, like it's easier to get up to the mountain, but more than likely you're just gonna get up there anyway. He is very happy though because he gets to sort of be cute with this route as well. So
yeah, right now his only problem that he kind of has is K45 is not in a great spot for him in race game, but if there was something on the ledge, I'm sure he would have made his way all the way south. This is just whatever for him.
I mean, he still has to do the rest of CAC, right? Like, if you really kind of wanted to, I think he could have gone back to the portal and kind of done some of the double dip, but I think that Flute is basically just saying, hey, I'm going to take this, activate it. It's not the worst connector to kind of get back there if he needs. With a Moon Pearl, yeah, for sure. He's gonna go run back and grab that portal, and this also leaves that flexibility open to him as well, right? So
Alaszun's doing a really good job with these laser skips. Too bad there's literally nothing on Laser Bridge. I had a seat over the weekend where Laser Bridge had the Moon Pearl, and the entrance for it was in the dark world. Yes.
Okay, so you know what? I'm not going to ask questions, but I imagine that was some particularly egregious Samaria TR smalls. We get actually no,
it also featured in a logical hookshot through Bumper Cave to get your lamp to go get your cape in the second just to Aga Tower. It's a nice seed.
no, I'm good, thanks.
I mean, nothing will ever compare to the time that I think I saw a seed where there was just like vanilla second Aga Tower key, and nobody really cared because you could kern jump, but it turned out that it meant that the hammer was in East Dark World. I don't know if you remember that, if you know what seed that is.
Oh, I know all about that seed. I played that seed. I was there for that. Relkin making the Hyrule Castle play, admittedly, this is also the thing against his last opponent, which did win him that race. But also now with the Hyrule Castle small in play as well. I guess it's not, because haha, the bow, because that was on right side, but still.
Yeah, so let's see where Alaszun's going to go. Did he? Okay, that was the last entrance deck I think he hadn't checked.
This could probably be a flute to 5, I suspect, or to 7. Like, you know, it's options, right? Just you have a lot of the really nice things available.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's also not done the castle. That's right. So.
Yeah. He also will have the benefit of knowing that Ganon can't be here, so he's just going to head right.
Yep.
And I'll be happy to find that it's the well. For Relkin here, Relkin's probably going to go straight at the panel now. I kind of imagine Alaszun may want to take a look and see if he can find some connectors just to come back in Dark World, but we'll see.
I mean, he's got a mirror at this point. It's just find entrance, slam face into entrance, right? It's just a matter of time.
Yeah.
I believe that we have the useless fairy at Aga 2, or we haven't checked Senk yet, so I think we're between that and the actual lumberjack. Yeah.
Relkin's going to make his way over to Eastern Palace region. Hard half is trying to avoid... Almost gets sniped by the fireball. While trying to avoid everything else. Looked like Sink was a shop. Yeah, our sanctuary is at... Well, sanctuary is at the Smiths today.
That's the other side of that connector. That's nice. My favorite connector. Just.
I always like finding that connector from that side and not the other side.
Well, yeah, of course, because everyone wants just to fall down and go. One side is definitely a lot less worse than the other when it comes to just skedaddling on through.
Okay, well, there you go, Alaszun.
That's nice. I missed the actual other side of that hook shot. I assume it was...
I'm pretty sure it was Mini Moldorm Cave.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna go. I don't think he's happy to do a bunny walk right now, but I think he's just gonna do it because he gets to be a little more efficient.
Well, he gets to do this. He gets to check Sank. He may stop here, but there's also could just be the okay. I've had this spot twice now. Although, admittedly, this is not like it's kind of a little bit of a slow traversal. The mirror is on Bumper Ledge, which was taken from Super Bunny lower on the mountain to drop you off there.
Yeah. Now Relkin is in a dark cave. I'm assuming this must be the old man save and quit.
I think it was the old man save and quit because with flute to 2 and everything else. So wait, nope. Oh no, sorry. He must have found the. Okay, well he got this the other way, or he just flew to 1. I wasn't paying any attention, so I apologize.
Yeah. The lumberjack is our. Okay, so we have one item behind Aga 2.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, right now, you actually kind of want to check a look. We haven't found Hype Cave or camera pegs, so there are a couple places in the Dark World where the Moon Pearl could spawn. Nice to find the other side of Bumper Cave. Does not want to forget Light Roll type Cave. Which was our Mire entrance.
And the
Yeah,
one
that's a yeah. I'm sorry. Wallcakes is saying that both runners use the same fairy. Yeah, that's a really convenient fairy.
yeah, it's a really nice fairy cave. Of course, you find the potion shop here too, and you're like, yes. Rocking with the small hesitation to be like, oh god, it's gonna put me right at Zora money. It's like you're always kind of at like that critical number in your head of like, all right, you have 500 for Zora, 30 for chest game, 80 for dig game, 110 for pods. So like you what, and then 20 for smiths. So
yeah,
it's like you're sort of that critical mass. You're like, all right, now I can donate to my local economy and get some potions. Yeah,
and Alaszun's going to go knock out these last two couple of mirror checks. Take advantage of this.
Times are tough, man. Yeah, I said 20 for Smith. I apologize. It's 10 for Smith. You can tell that I clearly don't play NMG. And, inflation's rough on the Smiths. Thank you, chat, for correcting me. I clearly don't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, Alaszun did leave behind one of our other entrable entrances in Vo as a money. We'll see if that's going to be an issue or not. Relkin probably wishing he had a mirror right around now.
Relkin, in fact, is about to get his mirror. He's going to be perfectly happy with that.
Yeah, so it's kind of all the Dark World done for Alaszun.
Yeah.
You have some other stuff, and I think I'll try to hold off onto it for a little while. I think Alaszun's going to go take a look and see where the Hyrule Castle connector's taken. There's a good chance that one of these is just going to be like one of the Turtle Rock bridges, and he'll be able to do the other side of Death Mountain. Yep, yeah, that's almost as good.
In fact, it's quite good because I get this done. I get to think. Eastern Palace and Turtle Rock are our 5-6 crystals for today.
Yeah. Relkin's going to go to chess game here. Kind of hard to tell if you have Super Running Stay without mirror or without. Okay, game.
Okay.
That's a really nice waterfall fairy.
That's a starter package for getting around and doing stuff.
Yeah. It's our second Turtle Rock entrance. We haven't seen the two central ones. See where Relkin's going to go. He's going to go follow the backside of Old Man Cave here. Alaszun's found the Elder House connector, which turns out was the entrance that he skipped in Village of Outcasts. Alaszun's.
Well, yeah, and I mean, this is obviously delightful too, because now we can sort of check all these things. Just do rinse, repeat, right, with respect to where you want to take your connectors and go.
Yeah. And now, actually, the back of Old Man is our floating island connector today, too. So Relkin's actually going to be getting those boots in the lane pretty quickly. Yeah. We got a Vanilla Quake Medallion for Turtle Rock.
So the one interesting thing here, of course, is that Alaszun did not mimic clip today, so it doesn't have the Hyrule Castle small to see what's past here. So he'll probably just do this front and bail. Or I guess Hyrule Castle, right? But yeah, no, so Relkin actually getting kind of a nice sequence of hello. Oh, ew.
Oh, was that? Oh, first.
That was a glove. Really nice mirror bunk, by the way, as well.
Okay, game. I have questions here.
It's fine. Don't worry
I
about
believe
it.
the first one of which is, please, for the love of God, game, do it. Do it. You know you want to do it, game.
Won't. It won't. No flippers here.
Damn it. We actually have the book, though, so...
We have the book. Yes, I mean, again, this is also not something that Alaszun is going to hate either. It's just follows connector chain until its completion. Start again.
Well, Alaszun, go and immediately check the name after these items. That's a bow and paradox, which is pretty nice.
Yeah. I mean, wherever he like, honestly, all those items are probably next for Alaszun as well. Like, you know, he has the old man saving quit. He's going to waddle out the back and probably find this with his.
Oh, there was a sword. Yeah, there was a sword
and a
there
sword.
too.
Yeah, I mean, it was a really nice paradox cave. Back of escape and logic, meow. So that's interesting. I think that was the middle of paradox that put us there? Yep, beautiful.
Yeah, now the one problem with Alaszun is he's got a flute, so he can't just be forced to save and quit here. But he'll probably get here like right after he checks the Eastern Palace stuff. Ah, so okay, so it turns out relkin didn't actually flute to 1. He actually did what I thought he did, and he found flute spot 5.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
The old man rescue gave a flute spot 5.
Yeah.
I believe this is GT at Spiral Cave.
Yeah.
There will be there was a hook shot?
I assume that was all in the
Paradox Cave.
Paradox Cave starter pack.
Yeah. Yeah, now this unfortunately means relkin's not going to get to... relkin's going to have issues getting to... I mean, he won't... He'll be able to just go to Old Man Save and Quit and take care of it, but... he's going to be missing the boots and the lamp for a little while.
Nah, I mean, I suspect not all that much longer, but...
Oh, good.
Yeah, cute.
It's Paradox Cave. Skullwoods, too.
It's the worst part of runners having all of the items for traversals. I'm like trying to keep track of my entrances and where things are, and there's just too much happening.
Yeah. So here comes Alaszun. He's going to be like, oh, sweet, it's the mountain. Let's go knock out some stuff. And then he'll discover that there's a glove, and then he'll find the paradox, and he'll be really happy.
He may or may not get the... I mean, I suspect he's going to give it a try when he sees that.
I mean, it was just CC Pod. All he has to do is just...
I mean, he'll probably get it.
He's got a mirror.
He might not. He might. He probably will. He probably 100% will, but he might not.
I'll also point out that Alaszun still hasn't checked the damn item yet.
It's fine.
However, relkin's going to be for the first time on Hook Shot Cave with the Hook Shot.
There we go. He's got it.
It's like, no matter how much that sucked to get, he's happy he got it.
Oh, yeah, no, it's like first or fifth try. You definitely want that, especially when you see what it is.
Oh, okay, I'll do something. I'll do Paradox.
Well, yeah, and the other thing, too, that Alaszun's already seen the other side, or the rest of the mountain, right? So this is going to make him super happy.
Yeah.
Relkin, on the other hand, getting a bunch of items, or at the very least, going to be getting a bunch of items. Ether's always nice, too, just because we have not a whole lot, so it will kill some fair number of enemies and items. And then the rest of it was trash, so...
Yeah. Okay, Alaszun's like, okay, Hookshot, cool.
But also Relkin again getting to retraverse and potentially may also do a bit more bunny walking here too. So Yes.
Alaszun's really, really happy.
Yeah, and again, I think Relkin doing the really smart thing and to check this, probably mirror, might not even do the rest of the bunny walking, to be honest. Just check what this is, everything else.
Yeah.
Where was, the book was in...
The book was,
The book was early enough, yeah, I was thinking, how long he said, I guess you can flute to 6 at any point, too, but I guess, still, getting some of these bunny walk checks in.
Yeah. Where was the book?
Early enough, yeah.
Alaszun, you haven't mirrored to check what Spiral gave us, buddy.
It's fine.
The connector's tempting, I know.
Yeah, it's like, book was in Eastern Palace, yeah, thank you, chat.
Yeah, it was in Eastern.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah, it's in Logic in Eastern Palace.
Oh, I hate that. I hate that a lot.
Yeah, the good thing is that we haven't found Swamp Palace yet. But, yeah, that's not good for That's...
I mean...
An in-logic item.
Yeah, it isn't an logic item. It is a very disgusting... Whenever something like that is there, it's,
There's ways around it, though.
Oh, it's, again, I say disgusting item not from the perspective of any runner, just one of those things where, like, you find something, like a major progression item on, like, a bunny walk. It's like, really, game? But, again, it happens. These connectors are all in logic. These things are all there, so...
Yeah.
I will say that you did curse the runners with some really gross slippers. You wanted that, just not the way you wanted it.
That's fine.
Although I'm starting, I guess the answer could be Misery Mire now. It's like where is our Moon Pearl likely to be, right? Because I think we've kind of exhausted.
Yeah, we still have a couple of glove entrances here and there.
Well, the glove is for sure out of logic. Flipper checks or Misery Mire?
I think we still have the one entrance over by Desert, the fairy fountain. But and the damn item.
And the damn item, and this mushroom that Alaszun's about to pull.
Yeah. That'd be great if we fake powdered that mushroom and got fire.
Don't ever say those words to me ever again, Toffile. No. We don't speak that foul language on this wholesome Christian restream. Alaszun, please go to 7.
He's lucky. He just turned in the mushroom. That's all he did. See, it was bombs. Here's the Suckshot Cave items.
Yeah. I guess, again, we have Mire now. We have Flipper checks, which get to at some point.
Yeah, I mean, Flipper's checks is really just one entrance and 2 items right now. I guess, okay, the 3rd item with Hobo. But...
Yeah.
Relkin is, so, with the bow, this is in logic because we know where the lamp is. The bow's in logic because of where Paradox is. So Relkin going all the way to the back of Escape is going to be interesting.
Yep.
See where Alaszun's going to go here. I feel like he doesn't want... I feel like he's... This is just going to go... He can't just be doing this to just check Bonk Rocks, or else he would have mirrored sooner.
He may take this a little bit further. He may do another bit more bunny walking. Ooh, this is cute.
Yeah.
Now, this is logic.
This is logic. There's only one item in here that we could have in logic at the moment.
Yep.
A lava chest, which he'll be collecting in just a second, requires all 4 Total Rock small keys. But...
Yeah. Between the combined things, forget that Rocket still doesn't have the lamp. Yeah, this back isn't logic, but yeah.
Yeah, this has been a very item-friendly Crosskey seed, not so much a very key-friendly seed.
We'll get that. They're coming. Don't worry about it. We'll see keys at some point. It's fine.
Okay, there's our first Mire small key.
Actually, really nice though. We were just talking about where an item or things could be.
Powder and the Skull Small Key. So, we actually have found both of our in the wild Skull and Small Keys.
Interesting.
Of course, Monthiel can't actually have the Moonbrook because the third Skull and Small Keys sitting in Skull Woods, but Chain Chomp is doing God's work.
Yeah.
Oh, Pod Small for Alaszun. Okay, that's actually pretty good for him. So what was in this entrance again? This was the... No, yeah, no, I meant...
Oh, so sorry.
Yeah, no, Alaszun found the... This is the Dark Death Mountain Descent Cave. So maybe he's trying to find the connector into the Mire region.
Yeah.
Or Dark Shopping Mall. Come on, do it, game. Do it. Wait, no, we already have flippers.
Yeah, we already have... Yeah. We've definitely seen some of this in that.
Yeah.
It'd be super curious to see what is on this powder, by the way. And if it's not this powder, which is, kind of the one interesting wrinkle of logic that we have, I think we're very much running out of stuff left.
Yeah.
I guess alternatively, too, we also have some of the drop-down entrances because we do have a bottle for Sick Kid at the bottom of DDM.
Oh, Desert Palace Small Key.
Oh, hey.
Right up there. I don't think we've seen the other side of Desert Palace, the third side.
No, we haven't. I guess also there is the entrance on the top of up here, too, which... So focused on the items and the entrances we do have other things we can check, as well as check what's on either tablet, so...
Yeah, Relkin's walking a bit further.
Yeah.
Get some cash.
Which I think with his run actually does end at this mire.
Yeah.
More keys, smiley face.
That's our second one. And that's the bottom spiral cave over at the Dark Lake shop. Can't do anything about it, but...
Yeah, we're at 3 pod smalls, which may push Alaszun back.
Yeah. 3's actually kind of surprising, and they're all in logic, too.
Hey, I think Crosskeys kind of like fudging numbers. When you have 3 keys, you have 4. When you have 2 for Mire, you sometimes have 3. But for some people, very strict about that key counting logic. But yeah, no, it's at that point you're kind of getting a lot more in the back as well. So
hey, I got a question for you.
No, sorry, Teffa. What's your question?
Did you see that we had a Vanilla Swamp Alice entrance?
I did. I saw it. It was not cute. It was not funny.
I didn't say anything. I just said we had a Vanilla Swamp Palace entrance. Now, Relkin here is going to go walk over to Bumble. So there's actually... Is it kind of interesting? There was for a while, a logic bug where Bumble Seville can't actually have the Moon Pearl. Because...
I think it was originally... It was a pod small. Hello!
Oh, boy.
Yeah, I believe it was coded as a Dark World location, if I'm not mistaken. So, now we're getting this fresh entrance as well.
It's a brewery.
Which is dollary dues.
Yeah.
$20 dues, in fact.
Okay, Alaszun. Alaszun proves yet again to be able to sniff out the stupidest moon pearls. So I believe that was our Desert Palace Small Key on the Mushroom Turn?
Yes.
Good. This is a stupid game. Really, really stupid.
I mean, that's not really all that bad for the runners, right? Like, it's 100% logic. It was a completely, it was the bombable entrance over there. It's not a bad potion shop to get back to either. I suspect that Relkin is probably headed there soonish. If you're a Relkin fan too, you kind of want one more save and quit to old man, and then go and get the rest of the junk. Junk being boots and lamp. But yeah, Alaszun is definitely in a happy place right now. Yeah, we do actually want to see something potentially on this this powder. Yeah, Relkin's just kind of getting these last entrances, so. Shroom was in Skullwood's, the chest under the bridge, by the by, which, sorry for that rambling earlier, which we were saying is over at Light World Shopping Mall, and it wasn't even under the glove either, so, which was, I think, a whole lot of nothing under there anyway, so.
Yeah, Skull Small Key, Thief Sound Small Key.
Yeah.
So Relkin's going to go push flipper checks a little bit further. This is fair.
Makes sense, because those flippers are disgusting.
Yeah. He knows they're in logic, which is the thing that's probably the worst. Because... And I don't think he actually found out that he can actually get to this... He doesn't know that he can get to this connector because of Hyrule Castle.
Yeah, I mean, I think he did Hyrule left. I don't think he did Hyrule right. No, I don't think he's in Hyrule left, because that would give him the mirror spot to the boots and the lamp. So he's actually not mirror. He's not done any of the other Hyrule Castle connectors. Ew.
Yeah. So let's see where Alaszun's going to go here. He's just going to get out of here and off to mirror and probably flip. No, he's actually what he's going to do is he's going to drop down and take the L1 and save and put the Vo.
Yes, he is.
Do you do Skullwoods here with no fire rod?
Absolutely not, because I have so many better things to be doing right now with my time. Oh, sorry. Skullwoods. Skullwoods proper, not Mothula. You probably could. With Big Key, you probably are doing it, and at least lets you check everything else. You do also want the Skullwood small, because we do know where the back is. Sorry, I'm clearly malfunctioning. I was watching a race earlier that gave me a little bit of the brain melt. With the Big Key, you're probably doing it. You're also getting a small key too, and because you know where Mothula is, you might want that. So,
he did find. I believe he's found a Skullwood small key. No, he hasn't yet.
It's like I'm going to trust the trackers, and if.
Okay, so Tower of Hera today is sitting over in the waterfall.
Yeah, well. Cute.
Okay, it's nice. Alaszun's got some Chocobo music going for his minigame music today. So, Relkin, very nice Herapod. Take a look and see what the compass chest is. It's a compass. We'll go and kill Mothula now. Alaszun's going to just start tearing up through the rest of the Dark World. This is kind of like the thing that why Alaszun was very hesitant before to go and take a look at all the Dark World stuff. While bunny walking, just because he had boots.
Right, you have boots. Definitely the return on your time spent is going to be a lot worse with them. Sorry, I was looking through my notes because I could not remember what connector got us to Dark Shopping Mall. Because I was thinking he's probably really thinking about that.
That's the Sanctuary connector.
Was that? Okay, thank you.
So actually what I kind of feel like he might do here is Hookshot Caves down here. Oh, that's our green pendant today at Hera.
Cool. We still haven't found our boy Sarsaparilla.
No. But what Alaszun might actually do here is, you know what would be really, really... No, he can't do this because it's the wrong world. I'd say he'd line up a water walk out of Hookshot Cave and push that north. But he may actually just end this at Hookshot Cave and circle back around to the North Dark World eventually.
Yeah, he's gonna chuckle at this.
Doesn't have flippers.
He doesn't have flippers. When he feeds the flippers, he'll be a little bit salty for later. But again, not a big deal because we don't have a Swamp Small. It would have been just nice to have.
And
yeah, good.
Also, I should note that we are playing. There was a vote taken by the runners before brackets started, and Spiky Clip is banned for this tournament. So.
Yeah, I totally was going to say, oh, if he had the small key, haha, so thank you for reminding me, because there's way too much stuff going on right now with all of that happening. I did actually personally forget.
We found King's Tomb.
Yes, the one interesting thing, too, for us, and I think to your point, too, about circling back, it's a little bit time-consuming, but I think that might be the best as well, and if this route really does lend itself to nothing, that might be his quick traversal. I'm going to get back and do, because he's left the Curiosity Shop and everything else, so...
Yeah. Yeah, so Relkin has gotten his... Desert Palace Key is one more step closer to getting his Moon Pearl. Let's see if he opts to go take a look at the Dark World before pushing on. Okay.
Yeah, the alternative to this, too, is that we do have the ability to splash Elite. Zeros are some of the worst things in the world, so it's entirely possible that he just gets onto land and says, no, I'm good, thanks. Please get onto land and say, no, I'm good, thanks. Oh, this Zero going off to East Egypt, not to bother Alaszun.
Yeah.
Praise that Zero.
Yeah, Relkin getting even more pod small keys, maybe getting a little bit suspicious. Actually, Alaszun's probably happy to see a Turtle Rock entrance there, so he knows he can avoid this entire stupid chain in the future.
Although, that is kind of a nice location to get back, because we did not see him do the TR right to left, because we did see TR east
and
earlier.
And he took a death to Inexora. He's fine.
No, it sucks. It truthfully is not your favorite thing in the world. That being said, because he knows where that connector is, he can get back there. So it's a little bit of a blit death in his case, but that's truthfully a reasonably quick retraversal as well.
Yeah, and he's going to go do a couple of things up in the Dark World he couldn't do before.
Yeah.
Which will help him out a little bit. Gonna go take a look and see what our TR medallion today was, and see that it's vanilla. Here are 5 item caves yet, have we?
We know where Hype Cave is.
We know where Hype Cave is. That is correct. I have heard, yeah. But we haven't seen many Mold Armor Blindside yet. That's kind of interesting.
Yeah. Alright, if I'm Relkin, where am I going next?
I got my Moon Pearl. He's heading to go take a look and start going through the Dark World through Hookshot Cave. Which makes sense. This is a nice way to start comboing everything in the Dark World together. He's got the flippers. He knows where Hype Cave is.
Yeah. I guess I'm worried for Relkin, right? Like, when you start...
It's not a good spot. It really isn't. It's
not a bad spot, but yeah, he's already done Hyrule Castle, right? So...
Yeah.
To answer the question in chat, which is kind of what I was just getting at, boots are... in the middle entrance, so the laser bridge entrance on, I guess the Ferris entry top, in Death Mountain, which is through Hyrule Castle right, and then a mirror, which has both of the boots and our lamp, completely in logic. And also one of the things, too, which is kind of why I was speculating about, Misery Mire, is because with the hook shot and lamp, we kind of have some extra things that, these runners might be thinking about Misery Mire. Granted, not all in logic, but still checks to consider.
Yeah. Theoretically, if all it really takes is just a save and quit to the old man, and, he hasn't checked the Hookshot Cave entrance, and he can go and check the other 2 entrances on the lower side of Death Mountain, and then he can just slice, chop the bush and mirror, and he's at the entrance he needs to be. But... he's got to get there first. He might do it after this one. He's heading into Skullwood, so This might force a save and quit. Now, where's the GT Vicky again?
That is the
I get sanctuary hard.
was that was not in the back of Escape. Where was the GT Big Key? GT Big Key might have been at Hera? Question mark?
Yeah.
Which is also in Logic now, haha. We do our
Yeah,
fun.
no, Hera's... Oh, God. Yeah. So Alaszun's gonna go see if we have a really bad Skullwoods layout or not. We don't! It's wonderful!
Yeah.
Um,
We'll take that. We always take a non-soft lock woods.
yeah. Alaszun will probably take this time to go mirror and then go back into bot for some more items. Bob jumped completely backwards. Altitude values in this game are a funny thing.
I don't know how this game works, man. Every time someone's like, "Oh, you can do X, Y, and Z to make that work," I'm like, "Cool. Just put it in a notepad. I'll learn it later."
Oh, it might have been on. It could have been on. I wonder if it was on Moldorm. And Alaszun's going to have to go grab the third key here. He doesn't know where the other two are. Died trying to get one of them.
And he doesn't care.
He won't care. That chest won't bite him as long as he doesn't go back for it. Relkin with the powder is going to go check it.
All right. I said, if you are a Relkin fan, you kind of want this to be something major, because that was a little bit of a weird sequence to get all this. So,
yeah. It's a key. The TR. Unfortunately, that's not really going to be that useful. We've already seen all 4 entrances to TR. There's nothing really stopping us from only needing to really just like spend 1 key in TR.
mm-hmm.
We may need 4 of them, but yeah. Alaszun, knowing that he's got another Turtle Rock, another Pod Small key here on the Bombos tablet, is probably just going to play a little bit looser than he normally would with checking out Pod. Relkin's finally going to make the pull on Agate Tower. These first two items that we can do are in Logic. He just doesn't know about the lamp. And I believe this was the Hyrule Castle Small for Alaszun.
Yeah.
He'll probably rope that in to check it sooner than later. I'm sure he was expecting it, seeing that the Thief's Own Small Key was locked by it at a point.
Yeah, at this point, though, he's hoping to... anyway, like, you absolutely want to hope. And now that we know that the mirror isn't potentially behind all that, you want to just get it with the mirror, and that way you can get all those checks up. Or give the hammer.
Yeah.
Hammer or Mitt's mirror and everything else. So we'll be kind of curious to see what that happens, if he kind of goes back there. Because he's done the reach reversal of all those connectors. So he's probably thinking, ugh, I don't want to do that if I can help it. But, he may just find a bunch of other options here. And he definitely has other options too. So.
Yeah. Now, yeah, so it'll be interesting to see how he opts to go back for the Dark World again. He could just take Turtle Rock and kind of do the, the bomb jump or the boots clip through the side, down over at the Bark Rock's entrance, or he could just kind of run out and swim over.
I think he's probably already got a route in mind. I suspect he may take that and run over. This also lets him get King's Tomb entrance, which I don't think we've seen. Trekkers, please correct me if I'm wrong.
No,
also, please don't die here, my brother in Christ. What is this video game?
No. It's time.
I apologize you actually hear the death slam. I'm just so over this stupid video game right now. That was 6 key lock hammer, haha.
Yes, we have 3. We know a 4th is locked by another sword. We still got 2 more for the set deviant logic. No.
No video game. No.
So, how do you feel about Master Sword, Silverless Ganon, Zaf?
I mean, I've done my reps, but I'm sure these runners have too, but I never feel good about it. I just feel. I feel a lot of pain for our runners.
Alright, so Relkin's gonna go check the first chest at Swamp Palace. You know what'd be hilarious?
Don't say it. Don't do this to me, Top Isle.
If Helmasaur was locking all the other small swords. I'm sorry.
I just want you to know that I have feelings right now, and you're hurting them a lot.
Okay.
But please continue to do so, because I don't matter. But what matters is that hammer is really interesting, all things considered.
Yeah.
And if you're Relkin too, again, like, it's not the best spot to get back to pod, and when he had a chance to do this momentarily, he only had 2 pod smalls, which really isn't the most appetizing, appealing thing to do.
No.
So, I mean, and you can certainly get to that chest on 2, where like you spend one at the front, you spend the second one, and you're fine. Relkin also now getting what I believe was a small key.
No, it was a big key.
It was a big key. Yeah, they're both getting it. It's perfect. Big keys and misery. Sorry.
Oh, good.
Oh, great. That Misery Mire that we've had sitting there, which I keep being like, I wonder if the runner's going to do it. Now, yeah, maybe.
I think you're going to at least search the rest of the pod region before pushing it.
Oh, yeah, no. Sorry. You are absolutely going to do that now. I was just, for the longest time, was advocating for that play, and now...
It blew up in your face.
Yeah, it blows up in my face. Yeah, it's perfect.
Yeah. Oh, okay, so there's the GT big.
Okay, so yeah, actually that climb is hilariously just now. Let's do the thing.
Yeah. Interesting that Alaszun's not going to opt the Hero pod. I think... Oh, wait, no, he had the Tower of Hero map, so he knows it's a pivot. So probably is going to hold off.
It's not bad... Yeah, go ahead, sir.
Also knowing that pedestal's just a goddamn sword.
Yeah. The other thing about that too, right? Like, this isn't a really bad check to get back to. He's got a lot available to him right now. Like, he could do an out of logic hair, or there's a ton of other stuff he could do as well. So,
Yeah. He's gone back to the land saving. Okay, so he's actually going to use the stuff loot this time. And this is probably going to be pod.
Yeah, and this, yeah, now you can just get to the pod area pretty quickly. And
there's that, that's where that pod key... Okay, so I was going to... Okay, he's heading for Mire. By the way, about an hour in, just want to shout out our runners today, Alaszun and Relkin. Would like to shout out my co-commentator, Zafikel. Please give him a follow. Oh, we found Blindside. This better not have Samaria.
yeah, and also to our trackers too. Oh, sorry, go ahead. Yeah.
Our shout outs to our trackers today, Ikir and Maddie Walkherd. It's got our fire rod.
You.
Well, that's our castle tower keys. So where exactly was this? This was probably... Had it been like...
I think it was just the pod area, so...
Flute 5, I think. Okay, Monkey Hills.
Yeah, so Alaszun will get to this at some point very soon.
You know what I think Alaszun will do that. He'll get this second castle tower key, and then opt not to go to Pyramid and just...
Yup.
Logically required beating Agatu to remove the barrier seed?
Yup.
Can we have it?
Please.
Yeah. I have to imagine once he checks this, he'll float over to 5.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no. Well, that exists.
It can't hurt you. We'll never see the rest of the Misery Mire Small Keys top file. Cutscene chest isn't real, it can't hurt you. 3 Keylock Mire isn't a thing. Don't worry about it.
Are you sure? Because I'm pretty sure Ice Palace is one of our red crystals.
I believe it's Eastern Palace and Turtle Rock. If my
yeah, no, you're right. You're right.
More so, I scribbled down on a piece of paper on my desk like 45 minutes ago. Completely forgot where the big bomb is, by the way. EPTR and what looks like a 5 and a 6. So for all intents and purposes.
Oh, good. There we go. That's
perfect. Beautiful.
Beautiful. Lovely game. Just run down, check the first chest in Swamp Palace, and then get another pot key for his troubles.
Well, and he obviously needs it as well because he did spend all of his keys doing the vanilla big key chest. Yeah. So he at least needs one more because we do that. It's a crystal.
Yeah. Opted to save and quit instead of mirror. Interesting. So he's going back up on the mountain again. Why is he going back up on the mountain again? Is this going to be a GT play? Alaszun, my man, are you going to climb GT?
This is not a GT because that was at...
Spiral Cave.
Oh, right. And how we got to Spiral Cave. Oh, this is... Yeah, this is looking pretty... Tell us that this is pretty... Oh, yeah, no, why? Yeah. We can just do this right here.
I mean...
No, yeah.
Left side is completely fine.
Oh, no, sorry. Yeah, I was thinking I had my instances swapped that it was at the Mimic Cave. I'm a potato. Yeah, I mean, if you are... And I've said this a couple times, if you are a fan of Relkin right now, like the thing that you want to see is that next save and quit and drop down precisely for those entrances because he is missing a lamp, he is missing the boots, and that's just a lot of extra mobility, which the seed has given us a lot. Like we had, mushroom spot flute, we had a really early mirror for both players. But these boots are adding up, and having been the recipient of that on more than one occasion of missing my boots and insert spot here, you can play brilliantly, and you will still begin to lose a little bit of time here and there.
Oh, nice. Arabic key and Tower in GT. I know Alaszun loves to figure out ways to get to the pyramid that involve climbing towers. So it wouldn't shock me if he climbs here, but... I think, realistically, we still have to find Thieves Town. We have to... But we don't know if we have to find Thieves Town. I wonder if he'll have enough juice in here that he'll avoid climbing, but we'll see.
I don't think he's... climbing. I think this is density.
Yeah.
This all things considered too, there are other entrances to check. This is just a lot of items. But
yeah, no, I mean I feel like he probably would be pushing items just because he hasn't seen a 5-item cave. He's still missing 2 dungeons. One of which are technically he can't do anything with, but... Alright, so let's see, Relkin. Fortunately, we were not... Well... We don't know where other... Yeah. I was going to say, we don't know where the other keys were to get that sword. Oh, wait, no, the sword was in perfectly in logic. It was in a big chest. Get that sword. Oh, wait, no, the sword was in perfectly in logic. It was in a big chest. But there was nothing at Agate Tower entrance anyway. Oh, baby.
Yeah.
Well, Relkin's probably gonna...
There is a pod key on Bombo's tablet, yes, Telethar.
Yeah. Vacated TR. We needed that. Vacated TR. We needed that. Have we not found... We've only found one TR small key so far? That's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Not gonna climb, just gonna keep pushing left. But back into the Dark World.
Yeah, I think this makes sense. I think this is now the sort of... This is not the Dash North route that I'd originally contrived. Okay.
No, he hadn't checked...
That's right, Hammer House!
Oh, this is actually going to work out wonderful for him.
That is... divine.
This is exactly where he wanted to end up. The side of the world he wanted to end up in.
It's always one of those really nice feelings in Crosskeys when you kind of have this thing in mind, like, I want to do X, but like, let me do this one thing first, and it turns out just to make everything nicer and sweeter. Like, it's... So one of the really fun things about playing this mode, right, like, is just being able to, like, I want to do X, Y, or Z, and you start to think ahead, you kind of get all of these pieces and parts. And it's honestly one of the coolest things is seeing really good runners route this mode, right? Because when you hear them talk about the game, we're about to get a couple new checks here. Welcome in, Raiders.
Yep, welcome in, ZSR2. Because I'm just going to say, I feel like when Alaszun goes full Castle Tower 2 key, he's going to make an immediate audible to the route that he was planning. Oh, it's a shame. It's a shame he didn't go for bot region first, because he would have loved the audible that he could have made and just ended his route at bot entrance.
I think either way he's going to be thrilled. He'll probably get back to it sooner or later either way. So, and it's not as though he's losing this either, because he also has the Master Sword here, you know, for this. So
yeah, it's another map for him. He's getting to critical. Skullwoods is a pendant. Everything else in the Dark World that he could pull looked to be a crystal. He mirrored in the spot.
Oh god, the spot. Ice Palace pendant as well. Skullwoods is our other pendant. So interesting.
Yeah, we need to find T-Sound, and we need to find the desert.
So where are mitts?
I don't know, but you know what's looking pretty good right now. Just killing Cold Stare, Mothula, and
well, Alaszun can't yet. He's gonna get that fire rod soonish. But yeah, I mean, at some point you go to your dungeons.
You do it, and then just pull pedestal just to grab the sword. Now there is one entrance here that we weren't able to see. Alaszun here was over here in a bunny form, so we did not see the bomb entrance.
Yeah.
Yeah, this connects over to Dark Sank for Welkin. It's just a shop. Interesting.
Okay.
Alaszun probably just wants to get rid of this one entrance. Maybe he goes and kills Mothula. Who knows? He doesn't know that Mothula's in logic. But you're over here. It'd be nice not to come back over here ever again. And you got a Master Sword, so this won't be too bad. Nope. Alright, so let's see if Relkin's going to pull anything off the Moth. Yeah, Tracy. Somehow everybody now knows this mirror spot, and I missed the memo.
I also don't know how to do this spot. I just think the spot looks super cool every time I see it. I think it's like there's apparently I think a really easy visual. It's my memo. Thank you, Talthar. Please send me the memo.
Yeah.
It's the L. Okay. So the thing I'm really good at. Take it. Yeah, Roka not knowing that and feeling a little bit not happy about that. Probably hoping for crystal or some sort. Alaszun saying, okay, I'm here. Alaszun, stop going right side. Oh, tough I would say difficulties. I thought I was going to have to panic. Good evening. Y'all are stuck with me for a tiny bit more on a speed or ZSR radio. Yo, we're not pulling that sword on Ped. We can do it, but no. Don't put that juju on the runners. We're not ever seeing that pulled. Maybe we will actually. There's gonna be an item on Cold Stare for Relkin, but Relkin's not Reddit, to my understanding, so. Oh no, Relkin is missing. Yeah. Those entrances as well. So this will get Relkin his Ice Rod. Alaszun's cleared this out. Okay, we're starting to. I think we're kind of beginning to dwindle. Alaszun will probably have to go back to the pod area at some point. So it's probably going to be a flute 2-5. Relkin getting a few extra checks here. No, Drossian, my co-com is having technical difficulties. I never want to com with you again. This is right. This was the route that I think he wanted to do kind of cleanly earlier that I had contrived with doing this like North Dark route. But this gets him to King's Tomb, Graveyard Ledge, and get over to Flute 5. I was like, why is he running out? So I wonder at this point, because I think I know where we found. Nice. Oh, Lord. Yeah, I think this is now Relkin probably taking some of these connectors. He'll unfortunately go to this connector over here, which will be Hyrule Castle left, and he'll mirror. And this is going to be a very sad state of affairs, I think, on his behalf. Small key to this dungeon. Big smiley face. And here he's finally going to get his boots. Or sorry, no, he's going to see what his 5-6 are. That's why. Oh, the Quake Medallion. Cool. And now he's going to see this, and this is going to be real unfortunate. There he has his boost and his lamp, which he's been missing out for quite a while. Yeah, it was the bottom. Which actually is probably even a bit more surprising that we didn't get this the last time. Now the problem, too, that we have with Relkin, and it's not to say that he won't this anytime soon, he still has to find the hammer in the 6-key lock Dark Maze of Pod, and it's kind of in a really rough spot, and he probably doesn't want to get back to it anytime soon, especially now with saying, okay, I've got connectors that I've missed out on. Probably kind of thinking, oh lord, what do I do next? He does have a fully clearable Mire in play. I don't think he's touched Mire, so that's on the docket. I don't think he also checked. No, he knows where Desert Left is, actually, because that takes him up the mountain. So yeah, he knows where this goes. Yeah, Alaszun, by the way, now with most of the pieces of the puzzle, can start to clear some dungeons. We can easily get TR done. We can get Mire done. Kind of just fishing out a couple entrances, realistically, but this is where you kind of start kicking into overdrive a little bit. We do have an Eastern Big. We still need that. Yeah, Eastern. We still need some big keys, right? But we're kind of at that point of like, okay, let's start clearing some dungeons. Even though it's a little bit out of logic, we get that done. Speaking of big keys, the big key of Thieves Town, but we still don't know where Thieves Town is, and I'm only guessing that we're probably going to see Mitch show up at some point because we have still not seen the Mire area. We are still missing some entrances in the desert area, so we have Thieves. Big key. But yeah, we're missing Mitts, which are probably going to unlock the rest of entrances for us.
Sorry about that.
Welcome back.
Yeah, thanks. My headset all of a sudden just didn't want to give audio anymore. So I see Alaszun's managed to make it over, grab his fire rod.
Yeah.
You
also found the Thieves' Big Key as well while you were gone.
So has Relkin managed to find anything else of interest? I see he's finally found the boots. And then
it actually wasn't even where I remembered it. I apologize. It was in the lower. It was in the
Yeah. He could have gotten there just by dropping down at any point and just chopping the bushes and mirroring.
Well, I resent that you're saying that Tophile is back as though I was a problem.
Alaszun. But yeah, so we found Blindside. We're still looking. We're still hunting for Desert Thieves.
Yep.
And yeah, so here comes Alaszun. He's going to go finish off Mire now.
Yeah, I mean the buying the arrows there was like, this is really nice. So that way I can do Vidi and not have to worry about it because I don't have a cape. I don't have anything else. So this is this.
Yeah. So both our runners managed to end up with 4 bottles today. So where do we have item places that we can check?
In dungeons. We also have the right side of GT, and we also have the climb for the all of one item.
No one cares about the climb.
I mean, when you start talking about item density that we do have left, we're rapidly approaching climb as items. And if you're in GT at this point, you're probably going to do that.
Yeah, and I take it Relkin probably hasn't even gone through GT yet. No,
because Relkin still has not found a hammer.
Yes, the hammer that's in the back of Pod. Wonderful. Did Alaszun mirror and grab the Bombo's tablet small key, or did he find the 5th somewhere?
I don't believe he's gotten back to Bombo's tablet yet.
All right. Thank you, Moogle.
Yeah, I get it.
That's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. I'm not crying, you're crying. Also... trying to remember, there was something in... Oh, it was the Ice Palace Big Key was in cutscene chest. That's right. Yeah, that's... very much dead right now to Brockman, who probably thinks about that and says, I'm probably a little bit behind to those boots. And to the lamp, so it's going to start kicking in overdrive. It's still going to miss the hammer for quite a while. Although, to be fair, again, if you're kind of a Relkin fan, hammer go mode is not a terrible thing to have, because shockingly, it begins, you know, the world is a lot smaller. Alaszun, please. The world is a lot smaller without the hammer.
Yeah.
It's not a terrible gun mode to have.
I have to imagine, like, Alaszun will probably push TR next. Relkin will... I assume Relkin... Oh no, Relkin still missing the TR big. That was in GT, I'm pretty sure.
Yes.
Just some bombs, but a crystal. And realistically, right now for Go mode, we still need Eastern Big, Pod Big, Fine Desert, Fine Thieves. And almost certainly, we only have 2 entrances we can get at, potentially, without a red crystal, without mitts. So, probably not going to happen. Interested. Did Alaszun do Crystal Roller? I guess he must have done Crystal Roller.
He did.
You checked Bob. Yeah.
Okay.
So this is going to be pretty elementary for Alaszun. He's going to go Caltrinex, go back to front, and grab the other couple items up in the front of TR. Relkin's going to find TR right side here. And first phase of Trinex down for Relkin. For Alaszun. Now, what was our... We never did see... I don't think Alaszun ever did check Bumper Ledge, King's Doom.
Oh, yes, it is Snowy Saha. That happened, I think, while you were a little bit away, so... And that is a whole lot of nothing. So, green pendant, not required. The small keys in the back here, quite nice, though, because I think this was a pod small, which is probably going to start pushing... Oh, baby.
So there's your Meyer small to get your TR guys fell big into logic, I see.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And gonna dip right back in, pick the next 3 items. Yeah, and unfortunately, this is where just having early boots right now has really been really good for Alaszun. He was able to kind of like do everything in the Dark World first time through. And
I mean, you know, we've said the situation is dire. It's definitely still not over because, you know, Relkin is going to still have only so much that he can do, right?
Yeah.
We still haven't found the next major thing, which, as I think we're beginning to suspect, is probably just going to be in GT.
Probably on the climb at this point. But yeah.
I mean, or honestly, it's also Ice Palace. Ice Palace has, you know, some items that we definitely all have, mostly in Logic. So,
Yep. Well, that's Alaszun's second crystal. Sending back to Kakariko. See where he's opting to go. No, I don't think he has actually ever touched any of Aga Tower, so this makes sense for him.
Yep. I mean, this is required, right? Like, even if
Yeah.
he kind of already wasn't weighing his options, like this basically does not get any faster now with silvers.
No.
This needs to get done.
This is a good thinking time, and this is going to get, this has to get done. And if he wants to think that maybe I've got an entrance set up at Pyramid for these down our desert, well, this is we're getting the Aga portal ready for the bomb.
So Ike, you're sorry. GT is at Spiral Cave. Pod is at the Gamble Hut thing at the north of Lost Woods.
Yeah.
So.
Well, Falcon's heading back up to the top of the mountain again. Let's see where he opts to go this time. Has he checked the Tower of Hair entrance yet or not?
No, I don't believe that. Or he might have.
Well, we're gonna see Brightside GT from that at the very least.
We may honestly just see the climb from him, right? Because he still has no idea where this hammer could be. And this is getting close to, I think, his more dense items.
Yeah. Yeah. Alaszun's got one more floor to go now. Does he make the pillar when he... will he make the pillar?
I don't think he's even going to try.
Oh, he honestly really didn't try. Oh, good, Pompous!
Beautiful. Which, again, this is possibly another sort of thing that Relkin is considering, too, is less so because hammerless ice is one of the more vile things to kind of get stuck with, but it is something, right? Like, that is an option.
Yeah.
And that wasn't all that his mind.
Yeah, and Relkin hasn't found the Ice Palace map, so he doesn't know it's a pendant.
Yeah.
So may still look at it, because, like, if you're feeling like it's a, crystal, then... Okay, Alaszun's going to have to go into the right side of GT at some point.
It's, I think, his next most dense play, so like...
Yeah,
it's coming soon.
Probably the next dance that doesn't involve dipping Ice Palace. I mean, the good thing is that pedestal... The pedestal item isn't needed, but it isn't a bad item right now. But then again, he also has silver, so that's probably weighing into the calculus now. Honestly, I think people joked about just to bring this up to League with the 80 keys. Like, your best pendant layout is probably something like Thieves Town. Is probably something like Ice Thieves Town or Skullwoods or Hair, some combination of those four.
Mm-hmm.
Just because those are the hardest dungeons for you to not be able to be forced into GT in order to complete. Actually, no, not these. Actually, no, it literally is Ice Skullwoods and Hair.
Yeah, it was just be Ice Skullwoods and Hair, right? The idea that you did not have to find these bloody big keys to get things done. Of course, the Swamp Small is what it is, but
yeah. Yeah, so there's Relkin's TR Big. Looks like Alaszun's got a full clear.
That's cute, Alaszun. Not picking up the small key because he already has two. Okay, my dude.
He's already, he didn't think about that when he went through Vo as a bunny and just didn't check chess game. Even though he still had 2 Dark World locations for a pendant. Alright, so far Alaszun will have to go to right side GT. We'll see if the climb is limited. Take half magic. Useless map. All right. Well, we're going to get to see the very interesting item in a second. The big chest, because that is one of the few things that big key locks. Alaszun will be able to remember if he's left items behind in Ganon's tower. Oh, God. Well, that exists.
I mean, again, he's probably not thinking necessarily about that until, the third Myers Mall shows up, but that being said, it's certainly a thing that,
Yeah.
Relkin will probably never ever get to. So, again, one of those things where it's like, if you think about, if you want...
Yeah, Relkin having a little trouble with land balls. Alright, so far the best thing we've gotten out of this is half magic, and technically, technically, the Harris Walkie.
Yeah.
But, like, if Alaszun doesn't really find anything here, it's going to be GT time next, I think.
Yeah, I believe we're literally to the point where there is nothing left, and I think Alaszun was like, this is honestly not a terrible thing to do, because this is a really quick dungeon. So,
yeah, he could go kill Mothula, and just have the Tempered Sword ready for when he goes back and checks the back. Did he check the back of Skullwoods for an entrance yet? Or...
Oh, that's true. That is an entrance that we have actually not seen, and going back to the stuff that we could potentially still want. That is a place.
Oh, good. Shovel. We did use Swamp House Swamp.
Yeah.
Alright. I mean, if you go kill Mothula right now, you can go check Air Basement pretty quickly. If you want to push, like, this is the only thing I got out of ice. Let me go push this if he doesn't go push, like, Spike Cave as well.
I want to tell you to stop making Ped happen in the same voice of stop making Fetch happen from Mean Girls, but I don't think I can do that very well, so I'm sorry to everyone in advance. We're not going to make Ped happen, y'all.
I mean... Look... Sometimes seeds just find a way.
Yeah, although, to be real, that climb...
Does he have a fairy? He has a fairy.
Yeah. We still have one item behind the climb as well, which... I mean, we're rapidly running out. Oh, good, sweet tap dancing Ganon. What the...
No, he's a bat. He's flying away, see? And now, for no apparent reason, the duck will do its one time we can fly in the dark world and pick us up.
There was nothing in GT Climb, so, like, ugh.
I mean, there was a Slump House Picky. But this is probably going to have our answers. And Alaszun's probably sending Eastern Bells Picky for Goblin.
It's going to be something stupid like a cape here for the Spike Cave. I mean, maybe not. I'm just like, what else are we gonna...
Oh, good. Our Trinix was logically locked by getting it to Mire. There was a small key on the ledge here. This shouldn't be a pod key. If not, I have questions. No, okay, so this is where all our TR smalls are.
Okay, game.
Oh, God.
What are we... I mean, is it just the shovel for an invincibility item? We have the bottles. I forget the spike... I actually forget the Spike Cave logic.
I mean, we're still missing... We're still technically missing... another pod small key somewhere. We're not playing on conditional logic, so we can't like accidentally like 5-lock the key in pod. So, but vanilla medallions today, by the way.
Yeah, sorry. I was pretty sure that we need invincibility for logic, so I'm like, I'm not crazy. I apologize.
Well, we do. We 100% do.
Yeah. No, I was reaffirming. Sorry, this seed in watching an earlier race, as I mentioned, top 5 kind of caused me to lose my ever-loving mind. More because this seed is just silly, and that one was the players.
Yeah, here we go. There's our desert big.
So the thing too, and I know that we kind of, there's our invincibility. We kind of talk about this. Hammer has not blocked anything, right?
Really.
This is not that bad, all things considered, for Relkin.
No, but all right. So Alaszun's heading back into the dark world. He still has hammer. You can check hammer pegs and do smith chain, I guess.
No, sorry. Hammerlock mitts. I apologize. I mean, we're saying that like we're about to like get very streamlined into that. Sorry. I apologize. The hammer's locking mitts, but like we're not gonna get too many other like weird sort of divergences at this point.
Yeah. Don't think there was any major things here. Now this should not be anything that locks our any more pod small keys that we need. Specky clip is not allowed in this tournament, Drowsy. Correct. Okay, cool. So we're missing TR entrance. Back of Skull Woods. Pyramid.
So desert or okay, I guess desert could just be
okay. So oh god, so the shovel is required.
Okay,
the shovel is on the claim, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's 2 of our big keys. We're just really just sitting like small key for go mode at this point. Relkin doesn't also sitting mitts. But yeah, that's. Wonder if Relkin's going to make a plane to ice now. Just hope Hammer's in ice. Alaszun's going to go do Smith Chain. So for now, he's going to skip the purple chest tournament. I think this was the Meyer small key for Alaszun. This is Alaszun's last Meyer small. Oh no, his last TR small key.
This was TR small. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Does anyone have a clear advantage? I don't even want to begin to assess this because up until the...
I would say Alaszun probably has an advantage because it's going to be easier for him. Like, he's going to... Like, Relkin, theoretically, a lot of what Alaszun's done hasn't amounted to a lot, but he has done a lot more than Relkin has.
We still need to find Thieves Town. I think that's going to be the biggest piece of this puzzle.
Yeah.
And the problem is that Alaszun may certainly bail at the Eastern Big Key when he gets it, not as though it's the worst thing to find. Okay, well here's
our last 5 item, Gabe.
Yeah, I realized that we still hadn't found this, which I think now guarantees thieves at Pyramid Ferry?
Oh, good. Wonderful. That's our last pot small. Okay, so that's our last swamp small. That's our small key. So Alaszun really right now... So Alaszun's problem is that
I think
so
we know where the... Oh, no, we still haven't done the TR entrance, TR main check, right?
it's either TR main or pyramid at this
Sure.
point. But this for Alaszun is going to be... Alaszun will go and check... Oh, God. Oh, God, game. So Alaszun is going to full clear Swamp Palace right now. Relkin might not. We'll see.
Yeah, Hammer was in the top of Pod Dark Maze, which... Yeehaw.
Yeah. Relkin might be heading there now. Because he's just kind of heading that way. But Alaszun's problem is that the pod Vicky is going to be on shovel, so he can't, like, get out of clearing the rest of Aga Tower. Okay, I'm glad he didn't go for pod for the Devil on pedestal at this point. But, like, when Alaszun's done with Swamp, he's probably going to head for GT next, because I don't think he's got a whole lot left in the game.
Yeah, you know, I mean, he has not a lot left. It's just that, and luckily, he'll get the other pieces. It's just that he'll probably see the Eastern Big Key, and knowing potentially he...
I mean, it's just, the Eastern Big Key for him, it's... Okay, it's 2 checks, but it might also be... It'll also kind of depend if... I think a Thief Sound is Turtle Rock entrance.
If Thief Sound is Turtle Rock entrance, I mean, I might still do it, right? Because at that point, I'm at... Where's always the Desert Big Key too, though? Oh
yeah, we are missing.
Gross.
Yeah, we are. Oh wait, no, we are still missing Desert Big. So, yeah.
I mean, okay, so here in this scenario, right? Like we still need to do these things, even if Alaszun leaves, right? Like, and this is kind of like the position with his advantage right now. Or I say with this advantage, I'm not even really sure, because it's now getting to a point where Relkin is clearing these dungeons. He has Eastern done, he has Pod done. He's gonna get this hammer. The worst part now is just for him finding the Swamp Small. It really kind of depends too, I think, on what happens next. But the world is rapidly growing in size, and Alaszun's... Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, no. I mean, we're going to kind of see, because... But I say, if Alaszun finds Thief Sound at the top of TR, for example, that means, like, I don't think we'll see a lot of value in clearing, dropping to Eastern immediately to go grab the 2 possible items there. He could.
You forget that there's a third possible item for him, because he did die at the Eastern Big Key chest.
That chest doesn't exist.
It certainly exists now, as we're rapidly approaching the end of the game.
Yeah.
And I don't think we found anything in...
No, nothing so far in Swamp, no.
Like, this is a lot of time back that Relkin is gaining.
Yeah, but Relkin can go into Ice Palace next and also give a lot of time back to Alaszun.
Right, that is true. Like that's certainly the case where we could see this.
And Relkin could get the hammer, go right back into GT, and go do left side as well. Like, there's a lot of places where Relkin to lose time that involve a hammer.
Yeah, that's true.
We missed the Swamp Big Key somewhere for Alaszun, and I forget where. Relkin picked it up somewhere.
I feel like Swamp Big was on the climb, if I'm remembering all of the...
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Silliness of the seat.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah, so unfortunately, Swamp Palace, nothing really of value with 1 check left. And 1 check I'm not going to be able to see right now. And a nice one. Cycle on phase 2 of Landmills for Alaszun.
Yeah. Helmet giving us nothing.
Yeah. And that's 3 crystals for Alaszun. 4 crystals for relkin. Alaszun's heading to where? He'd speed an Aga 2, Aga 1, so he can't save him.
Yeah, this is I think save and quit to.
Yeah, he's gonna go check Turtle Rock entrance.
This is back of Old Man for this. Yeah.
Yeah, and here we go. Relkin's gonna go check Ice Palace now. The only thing in here right now is just half magic, and the hair small key. I mean, Relkin may actually go push like Swamp House next. Like ideally, like for Al, if you want Alaszun, like you want Relkin to kind of follow the same path that Alaszun's going to take to get to the Desert Palace big key. Relkin may not be normally wanting to go check the back of Skullwoods, but he'll have all 3 pendants, so he may just go pull pedestal. And that would get him to Swamp Small, that would drag him into Swamp.
Yeah, so Wally's point 2, he definitely doesn't have it left side.
Yeah.
Alright, moment of truth.
Thieves Town, okay.
Alright. So this now gets us into this really weird scenario of 1, where's our Desert Big Key, and 2, does Alaszun leave after getting Eastern?
Yeah.
Not super pressing, all things considered, because it's now, I mean, it is. It's going to be very interesting, too, of I clear Eastern, it's nothing, I go back for the climb.
Yeah, he'll immediately check Shovel when he's done with that, and then he'll find his object key. But
yeah, it may. Sorry, I'm just trying to think of like that. So, all right, the outs for Relkin are just that Alaszun finds everything else in the world, which really isn't remarkably that much left before doing GT. Alaszun's outs are pretty clear, right? Like that Relkin gives the time back with left side GT and everything else. And he's going to get the mitts late and then has to figure out like his entrances. The one thing is that he will get to go mode Swamp, which is a little bit of time back because Alaszun did left side and everything else.
Well, he doesn't have to go mode Swamp, but he probably will go mode Swamp.
He will probably, depending on how fast. Like, here's the thing is that, like, he's going to get those mitts because he already knows, like, he's rapidly run out of stuff, right? Like, I have to find where these mitts are. You know, so he's going to get mitts. Like, his probably second and third to last entrances at this point are back of Skull Woods and...
Well, I mean, there's back of... Yeah, but the thing with back of Skull Woods is right now is he'll have collected all 3 of his pendants, and I don't think he's checked pedestal.
I mean, yeah... So he'll get to Swamp, and yeah, maybe. I mean, that's certainly going back to the what isn't out for Alaszun.
So, like the one thing he can do right now, like, if he goes and does Spike Key first, then that's a good thing for him because that's his mitts. But we'll see if he opts to go for Spike Cave or if he opts to go somewhere else. He's fluting, so it's not going to be Spike Cave. No, he's heading north. This is going to be the Skullwoods play.
I think this is straight ped play because you have ways of getting in the dark. Yeah,
no, he doesn't have mitts. He doesn't have mitts. Okay, there's a Desert Palace biggie. So Relkin needs to get to Thieves Town. It has to get mitts.
I now think that the swing is probably back on Alaszun's because now this is on a huge clock because Alaszun is literally going to go to GT next, even if he leaves to do Eastern.
Yeah. Like, the one thing that Alaszun could give some time back is if he opts to go for Super Pump. Have we seen Sick Kid yet?
Yes, because that is our...
Full. That is, like, one of the... I think it was Sick Kid and K45 were, like, my last two entrances I wasn't sure if we had seen. I don't think he's going to play the odds for one item versus 5.
Oh, so he was here small. Yeah, I was like, I know we've seen the thing. That was kind of important.
Sick Kid was a TR small go. So this is going to be Relkin, and Relkin will get this swamp small, and he's immediately going to go jump for swamp. And probably be happy that he got a sword out of. Yeah.
Yeah, I think the order of operations for Alaszun at this point are probably literally going to be go to GT, get my Eastern big key, go clear Eastern, those 3 items, go clear Skull Woods, and then I'm back in GT, right? Because sorry.
He's going to go check Desert quickly. You know, he's got to go beat Land Home. It's like, fine. I'm on Silver. I'm on Master Sword. This is fine. See, pedestal did happen today.
You're so smug. You're so smug, and I appreciate you for that.
Here comes Swamp Palace for Relkin.
Yep. And now, Relkin may have to do everything here, right? And like, again, the last thing you really want to do is Spike Cave, although Relkin probably had a really good time. Like, Relkin's best time doing Spike Cave was probably before he did this run up. But really at any point, right? Like, because you can just flute to it. It's in cap.
Yeah, I think he's going to last location.
He's last location this mitts, yeah.
Yeah. Because he'll do a left side GT before he does Spike Cave. Because it's just 5 items. It's 10 items versus 1. I don't know if there's going to be anything else that he'll do, but I can guarantee you left side GT. And Silver Arrows to land those. Alaszun doesn't know it yet. He's going to have to kill another set of them. But that's 4 crystals for Alaszun. Sorry, 5 crystals. All he now needs to do is just get his butt into GT.
Tom, you're a monster. All of you are monsters.
Where are you going, Alaszun?
I'd stopped tracking a while ago, to be honest with my entrances, so I think that this is...
Yeah, I wasn't sure exactly why it was...
I think this probably is like, how do I clear the cactuses? Oh yeah, let me go over to Dark Agina.
Yeah. So Alaszun will go and take a look and quickly pop in and check what's in Desert Palace, right? In the Desert Palace big chest. Well, then he'll probably save and quit and go up the mountain for the old man. I think he was originally thinking he was just going to mirror and then... Or trying to figure out how to special into Desert.
This is also now checking Eastern Big Key. Okay, thank you. I was like, there's a world where he's like still...
No. I think he saw it.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure at this point, I'm pretty sure he's in the... If it was in the Eastern Palace Big Key chest, I've lost.
And that's a fair mindset, right? Like, he obviously doesn't know what kind of happened with Relkin and the chain order of operations, and that's fair.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I think with how he feels, that's probably the case too. So...
Also, let's just pretend that he didn't die there, so we can give him shit for skipping Eastern Palace Big Key chest.
Oh no! I'm not giving
No.
shit. This has been a super arduous kind of race for both our runners. There's no shit to be given. Like, and to be fair, we are nearing the 2-hour mark. By the way, I want to thank again our trackers, Maddie Walkherd and Ike here. Y'all been doing amazing. To our restreamer, of course, Tom. Really appreciate ZSR letting us do this, and probably on some sort of short notice as well.
Yeah.
And to my co-com, Top File, because you and I have been getting to do this a fair bit recently, this tournament. I've enjoyed it, because you used to only do a lot of tracking, and now you picked up on the commentary, and it's been pretty enjoyable.
Thanks. Yeah, no, I mean, I like tracking a lot. I also like yelling at the commentators and chat a lot. So,
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody's ever noticed that or not.
All right. So to answer chat, Sergio, I think he may leave. I honestly think he does, and I don't know at this point if it matters.
Yeah, his options right now are this is 2 items versus the climb.
Yeah, when we were kind of talking about like what Alasun's outs are, oh, probably open this. Yeah, he's already.
Well, he's mirroring. Okay, so he's going to go and try for Eastern Palace. This is fine.
Yeah, I think this is Eastern Palace. He may do Skullwoods because it's in the light world. Not the worst thing to get back to.
Yeah,
but then it's back to the climb.
I don't think he's going to do Skullwoods until he finds out Skullwoods, third Skullwood Smolky. He can do this, save and quit, and just climb again. Like, it's not the worst thing in the world.
No, again, that's what I was saying the whole time. I genuinely don't think he's got enough left because Relkin still needs to find Mitts. He still has to find the right entrance.
Yeah. And it's probably the last entrance he'll check at that for these down. And he's going to do Desert. He'll find Desert, but I mean,
it's getting remarkably close.
Has he found the bomb shop?
He knows what the bomb shop is. That was that was the other entrance there. It's possible that he may do this early because of the Mitts, right? Like, but he's definitely going to do all of the stuff over in
Mire first,
right?
He might check Ice Palace entrance and then discover that. Oh, that's where Burner was. This is like. Oh, come on! You know you want to skip it. He's going to be annoyed that this is a Skull and Smolky, but he'll also be happy that it's nothing much more than a Skull and Smolky. Remembering that he already picked up the key, so he doesn't have to go to the right. He can just go left. Where was the cape, out of curiosity?
Oh, I believe it's the pod big chest.
Interesting. So where exactly... So what was our intended invincibility item to get the Mitts? I don't think... I think either of them would have been equally in logic. Yeah, Alaszun's not getting the cape.
I don't know what this is from Relkin.
This is going to be GT. He's doing the left side.
Oh, it's left side GT. Yeah, that's right. I keep forgetting that he still has this to do. I was thinking like he has entrances to check, but no, he still has this. And then Spy Cave.
Yeah, like he might do this and then... He hasn't checked the pyramid entrance either. So he could theoretically like flute to the pyramid and check that entrance.
Oh, Lamborghini Mercy. Right. Well, okay, so the thing about that, right, is like he could certainly do that while he's here. I didn't think about that. My thought again was that he still had Mitts to find, and so he was going to couple that into 2 and 1. But yeah, it's possible he does that sooner.
Yeah, because like if he wants to hunt entrances, like that's the one entrance that he needs without Mitts. And if it's you're missing Thief's Town, that's 8 items. We know it's Mitts like, but he doesn't.
To answer chat, Alaszun could put off Shovel for a while. No, Alaszun literally is coming down to the dregs of this seed. He is these runners are both coming at the last of their things to find.
Yeah. Alaszun will have a couple more checks in pod. He won't go into pod before checking everything else that he can, because it's literally only going to be 1 chest. Let's see. So he just finished. He's heading into the Dark World again. Where is he going? What exactly are you looking to do, Alaszun, here?
This is purple chest.
Oh, he hasn't done purple chest. Yeah. So Alaszun has purple chest, Hera basement, 1 check in pod, and the climb, and then he'll find the shovel on the climb. Yeah, this makes sense. He wants to end himself in the light world, so he doesn't get screwed by the save and quits. The one good thing is Relkin probably won't do Smith Chain, because I think I've sussed out if it's unspitching, I would have been done by now. Yeah, and Relkin does not know that Ice Palace was a Hyrule Castle connector either, because Alaszun took it. Oh, he's going for the Hera stuff. Oh no.
I don't blame him.
No. And I also know to shovel before Hera basement, that's for sure.
Breve, I wish you wouldn't.
Hasn't gotten the bombast out of the... Yeah. I don't think... Well, he could. He doesn't need it.
And I think that this is definitely the time. And again, at this point, he's going to climb. He's going to do everything. Like, this is 4 or 5 minutes, but this is basically the... Or, you know...
Power him, then climb, yeah.
Yeah.
This is it. This is... He has, like, 10 checks left in the game, and... This is going to be for 6 of them. Yeah, and this is just kind of like... Where he made out like a bandit with efficiency. Just being able to find the boots and Moon Pearl a lot earlier.
Yeah, because at this point, Relkin will still have to clear all of Thieves Town. Thieves Town does not ever get any faster, so...
I mean, it does if you get to skip the big chest. Unfortunately, the Desert Palace big key's in the big chest. So we're going to have to do everything. Bombos. Yeah, here's the line.
Oh, okay. I'm a potato. I thought the Thieves' big key was over in the Mire area.
Really too bad that Al... Where was it? No, the Thieves' big key wasn't there.
Okay, Ugh.
Well, let's go see. Where was the Thieves' big key? Because I think I missed that when my headset died.
Tracker's help? I feel like I knew where this was, and then I suddenly thought it was someplace else. Wasn't it in a one-item cave? Am I a potato? Oh, no, yes, sorry. He was going to get this. It's a one-item cave over in the Mire area. No shit. It was a long time ago. I'm pretty sure it was King's Tomb in the Mire area, or some one-item cave over there, so... Yeah, it was a long time ago. Good lord. This has been a slog.
I'll take a look and see if I see it. Unfortunately, Alson's tracker, of course.
I assume that Brelkin's about to get the bloody things. I think it's somewhere over here. I'm pretty sure it was like a King's Tomb or something around these parts, or it was just... Alright, there's the
Oh
TR.
god, I know where it is.
Okay, hit me.
It's hammerlocked.
Oh no!
It's would you like to guess where it's hammerlocked?
Is it the Hammer House?
No.
No. Okay, I'm literally too tired now. Where was it?
Pod entrance.
Oh no!
It's Mimic Cave at pod entrance.
Someone said Mimic Cave earlier, and I like, oh no. Oh god.
So he'll find T-Sound. Won't find the Desert Palace big key, and then have to come back. Probably. Oh no. Oh no.
Yeah, I apologize to everyone on that's listening here, because I sure as hell forgot parts of this seed, and
I wouldn't blame you for getting parts of this seed. I'm sure the runners
would like to forget all of this seed, yeah.
But let's just shout out going over to Dark Shopping Mall to go get your freaking... Remember how I was talking about it, the Moon Pearl, where you had to go over to the Ice Rod Cave area to go get your book, to go get Ether Tablet, Moon Pearl? Well, yeah, no, something a little bit worse. Let's face it. You had to go turn the mushroom in that you got over in Skullwoods over there to go get the Desert Palace small key off of Potion Shop up on the mountain.
Yeah, never mind. The clock, Rocket's clock is expired, 100%.
Yeah, at this point, Alson's got the shovel. He knows of all the things left in the seed, the shell is going to be the easiest thing to check.
Even if it isn't, but I assume that that's the first thing he's going to check.
He's got 3 things. He's got 4 things left now after getting his one single arrow refill. What are they looking for? So Alaszun is looking for the Palace of Darkness big key. It is sitting on the dig spot. He has the shovel, but he can't get there because it was on the climb, so he needs to finish this first. Relkin is looking for Mitts, and then the Desert Palace big key, and it's just unfortunately kind of gotten screwed by order of operations. And also not saving and checking the old man saving quit drop downs.
Was that a triple?
How the frick was that a triple?
Oh, baby, a triple.
Yeah, okay, here goes Smith Chain for Relkin, because...
Yeah, Relkin has mitts now, but yeah, I mean, it's the whole sequence has been...
Yeah. Alaszun's going to look at the single arrow, and then immediately mirror, thigh, mirror, and then flute the 5.
You know how we were talking about 2 hours and 25 minutes ago when the restream first started? Is that like these runners have had lots of fun jet seeds, and I say fun air quoted. Yeah, this one it, Chief.
Yeah. Well, it'll be sub 220 for Alaszun, but it's a very painful sub 220. Yeah, Alaszun's going to save and quit, and then here goes the dig spot check.
Yeah, no, I think it's way too late. Even I think with the spoiler log, I had forgotten that the Thebes big key was missing from his inventory, and I assumed that there was a possible world, but that unfortunately, I can't read, and even looking at pictures is difficult. So I goofed that Alaszun, stop killing them. They can't hurt you. And that is go mode. And that is...
And he gets the do the flute aid. Not because we're going to use it for Ganon, just... Actually, you know what? Saving pod for last is a really nice time to seed.
Yeah.
Because you get to go right over to Ganon. Yeah, here comes Relkin for hammer pegs. Pull the pedestal for fun, do it. Alaszun did not actually complete Skullwood, so he cannot pull the pedestal. He also knows what's on the pedestal, so he won't pull it. Even if technically it... Because technically it actually isn't a time save anymore for him. Relkin pulled it just because it actually was a time save.
And
then got another skull.
Yeah, I mean, he was... Yeah. Yeah, this seed has had all sorts of cute stuff.
Yep, and here comes C-Stand for Relkin. And, fortunately, we're not going to have a C-Stand Picky and T-Stand. Turtle's done, it's just got to shove on a block and step in the warp pile.
Honestly, and I know that this is kind of a bit of a meme, the story of this seed was Relkin doing the mimic clip early, and then of course a little bit of other sequencing as well, and not having a good reason to get back to that pod, and Alaszun kind of having just the right time. Although again, like,
yeah,
we're kind of talking, there is a world where the hammer could be really, really nice for Relkin, and I kind of doofus it up a bit with the mitts. But yeah, this has been.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, unfortunately, like it wasn't quite hammer going. There was still 2 or 3
Yeah.
things behind the hammer.
Yep.
Literally 2 things behind the hammer. But unfortunately, just enough. And that is 7 crystals for Alaszun. All he has to do is just run out and run a screen over to the right. And he'll be able to take down the tree using the magic of something called Armos Shake Star. Wait, no. We actually have boots, sorry.
Do not put that juju on me. Do not put that juju.
Okay.
I'd be really cool to see that, but yeah, the boot showed up super early, so. Yeah, and to Guma's point too, the Relkin missing half percent was kind of double-edged sword, just because I think it pushed him into the right direction. And again, I totally do. But if it had not been for, the few things behind the mitts, there's a world where that could very, very quickly and crazily be like time that he gains back. But it just happened there was just enough, and then hammer at the right time.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I definitely
So
misspeak earlier. Yep.
I wonder if this is K. I don't know if we ever did see K45, so I wonder if this is K45 or that might be.
I assume that if Relkin is doing this, this is a one-item cave, and I believe you're right with this being K45.
I did a little set of fist bumps. I'm sorry. Yeah, we're on to phase 4 for Alaszun. Does not get the charge glitch, but it won't really matter. He's got silvers. He needs to stop missing arrows.
NA aim, brother?
Let's not insult me here. This is California aim.
This is NA aim if I ever seen it. Ladies and gentlemen, guys, gals, non-binary pals, please get your GGs in chat for Alaszun. Wrapping up the race time room if I can't read anymore.
Yeah, here's the T-Sound big for Relkin. And Alaszun finishes with a time of 2:16.48. And Relkin threw in the tail just as soon as he saw the T-Sound big key.
Yeah,
So,
I don't blame with the super hard last locate there as well. Like, you know what the rest of the seat's gonna look like, so.
Yeah. I think we're gonna go try to get him in for an interview. I think Relkin won't be passing just due to the time. It's 12:30 here on the East Coast of the US. I don't know why I'm up on Dune comms right now, but I am.
You're up and you're here because, I don't know, you have strong feelings about commentary on a race. I assume that Alaszun is probably taking a few minutes to clear nerves.
Yeah.
Plug his lovely wife who's in the chat. Plug his dog. Yeah, I mean, you talk a little bit about the seed for a second, right? Like, and I think to the points that we were talking about, again, either much more qualified runners than me talking about this. I think to Taliflar's point, I think the boots helped Alaszun very strongly, and I think to Guma's point with that hammer, right, there's a lot that you can potentially get to skip. However, there was just enough behind it, i.e. these mitts and these last couple of breadcrumbs, which admittedly put the rest of the world in a really awkward spot. So,
yeah. Relkin Alaszun was kind of just like clearing the seed, and Relkin was just couldn't. And unfortunately, everything that he kind of needed to do was just kind of in an awkward spot for him, and he couldn't get to it in an efficient manner for a while. It's like it's easy. Like the unfortunately, Paradox Cave kind of being where it was kind of sidetracked him away from the boots for a while because it just gave him so much, and like it just kind of limited his options to. I think we've been joined now by Alaszun. GG's, Alaszun. How are you doing?
I'm gonna let you talk. I'm gonna shut up. How are you feeling?
I feel like I could fall asleep right now. I'm exhausted.
Yeah.
Yeah, it it was weird. Like, I felt really, really good about my early route, but then, like, my mid to late game felt really bad and inefficient. And so I was basically just hoping that he went to pot area without hammer, which it looks like is what happened.
Okay, so a little bit to this, because unfortunately Robin won't be joining us tonight. He had to get to sleep, and again, he came late. Game started late. He did not get to boots until about an hour and change in. He missed the entrance, had the opportunity to, but definitely missed the entrance there. So it was about 45 minutes behind you to boots, and yeah.
That's sort of what I meant when I said I was really, really happy with my early, is I thought there was a chance that, like, either you go through that connector early without the mirror, or you go without the mirror again in the back of Old Man.
Yeah.
I mean, because once you're kind of at, like, I actually was kind of annoyed when that back of Old Man spat me out where it did, even though I ended up going through it by my count 27,323 times.
Yeah.
But I was kind of hoping that it would be like, okay, he's gonna miss that and just not be able to get down there at the time. But then it just kind of dragged on, and I couldn't find any of the 3 big keys I was looking for, and I did so much of the game looking for it.
Yeah.
And so it felt like I was gonna need a hard last location, because I know I'm dropping execution time over the course of the race. To him, and so I kind of had to sit there, and I didn't really analyze outs like I usually would, because I felt like it was one of those things like I'm probably going to lose if he got that big key to Thieves Town when he was there the first time. Whereas normally I would kind of be a little bit more analytical around, like, hey, what are the checks that are really bad for me? Like, I mean, Eastern Big Key was really, really bad for me, and I didn't go back until I had the big key.
Yep.
It felt like Harmless Hellway was probably really, really big for me, because I kind of did something planning a scum, and then I got just enough not to scum, and then I got the hammer, which gave me enough to wish I had scummed.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's not like I had a lot of spots left. Like, by my count, I have Hera Basement, Mothula, Skullwood's Big, and Hellway. And I guess K45, which is either at GT or Pyramid Ferry.
It's Pyramid Ferry. We saw it on Relkin's side. And Spark Palace big, but yeah. Big chest, but yeah.
That's what I said. I said that one.
Yeah. I just said Skullwood's big. Sorry. Oh, never mind.
I did Skull big, so no.
Alright.
Yeah.
I almost actually bunny revived. Or I thought about bunny reviving Skullwoods there with the big key, and I'm like, what if the back is really important? And then I was so late to fire out anyway and the back was really important, but...
Yeah. The other thing that was kind of curious, and obviously it ended up not really mattering too much anyway, was the flippers potentially being something of, like, importance in the entire sequence of the Moon Pearl, right? Because, like, those were available super early, given the connectors and everything, and they were just on the hype cube NPC. And obviously it turns out to be a whole lot of nothing. It was one of those, like, really early, like, oh, oops, like, that could have been something crazy big. Just like a lot of interesting little logical wrinkles or potential logical wrinkles this seed.
Yeah. I was kind of really hunting those flippers for a while because I really wanted that big key. And I was kind of originally planning, I'm like, oh, when I find Spiral Cave, I'll go with the flippers. And then I'm just like, no, I really, really want that big key.
Yeah.
You were pretty much first to just about everything except for the flippers, I think.
Well, and then...
Well, I guess maybe not the flute, but the flute was inconsequential. That was such an early pick-up.
And also, too, like I said, more to the mid-game, end-game sequence of Relkin not having the hammer, so he definitely GT climbed first. And there was, we were talking, and I completely, like, beefed on this, but, like, the idea that, like, there was just enough behind the hammer this seed to make it to where, like, even if you hammer go mode,
I was worried a little bit at the possibility of hammer go mode, and then I thought, because I felt really good to my hammer, but then I kind of thought about it, and I'm like, okay, well, I still would like something to be behind there, because even if you're really early to your hammer, if it locks nothing, that's bad.
Yeah.
Like, that's just objectively bad to get an early hammer that doesn't lock anything.
Yeah.
And so I was really, really hoping to find something, and so I don't have a face cam on. I am in fact not even wearing a shirt, as my wife discovered when I walked out of the room and she wanted to film my reaction apparently, which I assume will not get sent on to anyone else. But if you had seen it, that's the one time this scene I actually did a big fist pump, okay, here's something. And not only here's something, here's something in such a god-awful spot if you don't have the hammer when you're there. And so it was kind of the one thing I could fall back on to feel good about through the seed, even in spite of anything else. But I tried not to. I didn't room watch. I mean, I checked after every crystal, and then I didn't room watch until Ganon was dead, because I know I will just sit there and stare at it and drive myself crazy, and I was already dealing with some nerves at the end there as it was.
Did you have any thoughts about when you were checking Tower of Hera, and I think we're checking that one last set, which was over at Dark Shopping Mall, mirroring and then just kind of clearing out Skullwoods.
I thought about it, and I especially thought about it for the sword. There was an alternate route where I'm I'm gonna do Skullwoods, I'm gonna go pick up the sword. Then I'll go to the back of Skullwoods, check that there, pull Ped, go to Pod, check Hellway, do Magic Bat, and I kind of thought of it. I'm it feels like there's a decent chance in this seed that if it breaks differently from you, and especially when you got that Skullwoods key to confirm it was available, that you might end up sequence breaking Mothula right when you find it, and not and have anything there that's early. Although when it becomes your go mode, then kind of my opinion on it almost reverses, which is this is a thing I could have had early but didn't, and that's almost good at this point, as long as I didn't do too much other stuff waiting for it. But I thought about it.
Relkin had opted to, though. I think he hadn't collected all the maps, so he wasn't sure if it was Pendant or Crystal at that point when he was over there, and
I was thinking about it really hard, and then I got the Skullwoods map or the Swamp map on Pyramid. I'm okay, that gives me basically everything in the Dark World at this point. Now I'll actually map check.
Yeah, I was actually kind of sad you didn't go check Monkey House before doing the top of Castle and the Pyramid.
I was also sad that I did not check. Well, I wasn't sad that I didn't check it. But as long as I had a hammer when I checked it, I would have been fine. But it was one of those things, I would have gone for it. I was planning to actually do a route up there and actually run out of Pod, which I normally don't do, but it was really, really butt to get over there.
Yeah. And
then I saw Turtle Rock left, I'm okay, bye. I can get here really quickly now.
Okay, and then you ran into something.
And then I got poked.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever gotten poked on that dash line before, so I don't know if I was slightly off compared to what I normally do or what, but yeah, I tried really hard not to be okay, you've lost the rate. It's one of those things, when you're racing, it's really important to not shadowbox a god route.
Yeah.
And so, I spent a non-trivial amount of my mental energy being dude, you're fine. Some bad things have happened this seed, but some good things have happened too. You were early to the boots, you were early to the mirror. That Moon Pearl could have been pretty nasty. You have reasons to feel okay. Some of these item placements are bad, and then I could finally fall back on, and that Thieves Town big key is terrible.
I'm just reminded of where the mirror was this seed. Oh my god, that was so bad.
Well, it was bad, but it's also kind of interesting, right? Because, if depending on how you open, you get the flute, and it's and I figured that was actually the thing you were going to say, Alaszun, so I'll shut up and let you finish your thought.
I mean, I saw the mirror, I'm oh, okay, well, I guess we're doing this now. I'm really thankful for that fairy on Death Mountain.
Yep.
I don't know that I would have died doing it. I don't think I actually took damage on the rest of it, but it made me feel a lot more confident, and I certainly would not be the first player to die because I'm trying to be safe.
You were the first person in this race to use that fairy on Death Mountain. That is true. Because Relkin did the exact same thing about 10 minutes later.
Yeah. And plus, the other thing that I was really thankful for, and this is really dumb, but I nailed that bomb jump in Super Bunny Cave 20% of the time, but I always just go for it. And obviously, if I didn't have half a heart, I wouldn't have been able to. So when I did it, that was the only other time the scene you got a big fist bump from me. is when I hit the Super Bunny bomb jump and you like throw it up and walk up and plant yourself.
We did compliment you when you pulled it off.
I've done it like twice on Restream now, and it might be like 67% of the times I've successfully done that bomb jump with no sword.
But yeah. God.
But I mean, like, it's a fucking great runner, man.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna, like, I have to get lucky at points to beat him, and
Yeah.
And that was the thing too, is thinking back, and like, you know, we've kind of had the conversation going, which is like, if not for the Mimic Cave, right, like him missing the hammer for as long could have been a really interesting sort of wrinkle, and it turned out to be just enough.
I don't think the hammer locked anything besides that.
Well, the mitts,
mitts.
as I.
Oh yeah, the mitts. But the mitts didn't lock anything too. Like getting the mitts early was objectively bad because the only thing they locked was that Desert Palace entrance that I didn't particularly. And Thieves' Town wasn't. Yeah. But neither of those were things that I'm like. I would have been super happy to have mitts be my go mode in this seed and just say, okay, cool, I'm going to just go check all the entrances and screw everything else that's here.
Yeah. Relkin unfortunately also got into it. Was going to have to double tip Thieves' Town because he found Thieves' Town before the thieves pick showed up.
I'm not surprised. Like it's one of those things. Like if you go to that spot without the hammer, which is a completely understandable and completely just like absolutely reasonable play, that's last location material. Like it's so bad to get to.
Yeah.
And so like he's probably playing to his outs there, and doing a good job of it. And it just kind of happened that this one broke in favor of mine.
I'm also slightly reminded of that precise location having a very bad thing for you early in this tournament as well. So against Skelly, that whole sequence, the connector up there. Yeah,
I'm aware.
Yeah.
For those who aren't Zaf, I lost a race earlier in the tournament in the Swiss stage, nearly entirely due to finding a connector in pod and just refusing to go back there, and it like hard locking the mitts, the mirror, the boots, like it hurt. So I guess maybe I got the other side of the payback on this one.
We'll call it the karmic coin, but yeah. I have nothing else to say. I mean, again, this is an absolute marathon. This was a slog. Tofile, do you have anything else on your plate or anything else you want to talk about?
No, GG's.
I want to make sure I thank everybody who helped out to put this on, because I know this is a lot of work. I know I did some recruiting from outside this and to try to make sure that we got a restream, and I'm so thankful for the volunteers that we have, because I think it's really, really great to be able to expose people to a lot of this stuff. Yeah. Like I know I've sent some of my matches when they're happening to my friends who don't necessarily play rando, and like let them sort of enjoy and get into it a little bit. And it's kind of a rare opportunity for me to be able to share a passion with people who don't necessarily have the same passion, but at least can get excited for me.
Yeah.
Sorry, that was really, really sappy.
I mean, no, it's... Tom, I saw you unmute. I think it's time you sign us off.
Sounds like a plan. All right, Alaszun, thank you for a great race. That was a fun watch. I got my double climb ped seed, even if it wasn't really a required ped. I don't care. I'll take it. Relkin did a great job too, even though he's not here to hear it. Great job, Relkin. I'm looking forward to tomorrow night's match. I'll probably watch the VOD at work, so I won't be able to do it. Pix will be putting that one on tomorrow night, though, so we will have a restream for it. Toph, Zaf, thank you both for coming. Appreciate that. You did a great job, as I expected, because you guys are both great comms, and you do a good job. Thank you to our trackers, Ekir, and Mad Ewok Herd. There we go. I got it right this time. Both of them did a great job with tracking. Fantastic job as always. Thank you to all the viewers who came out to watch. And I hope everyone has a good night.
That makes so much more sense. I thought it was Made Woke.
That's what I thought too.
Oh my god,
Made Walk.
What?
I worked
Yeah.
backwards from the word. I was like, made walk herd. Wait, hold on.
Mad Ewok herd. So, all right, I'm going to send this over to the otters because there's nobody really else doing anything right now. And I hope everyone has a good night.